day and next day appointments are available. Contact Summit Healthcare at 928-537-6700. That's 928-537-6700.
What do tickets to the Willis Farm in Snowflake, tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas, and tickets to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert all have in common? Well, this month, when you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass to replace your insured windshield, you have a shot at getting them all. This month, everyone who gets an insured windshield replaced gets 2 tickets to the
Willis Farm Haunt, Night of Pestilence.
And then your name goes in the hat to be drawn for an escape to Las Vegas, where you will have lower level premium tickets to the December 11th championship night of the National Finals Rodeo. And fantastic tickets that same weekend to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert on their last tour. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today, 536-5972.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio. It's time to tee it up and kick it off. It's time for the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Presented by Hatch Toyota. Sports Zone Radio brings you unmatched coverage of football from around the White Mountains and beyond. No one does it like Sports Zone Radio. And now you can live stream HD video of our broadcast coverage exclusively at sportszone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app. All part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Chaz Hatch refuses to lose a deal over $1. Hard-hitting broadcast coverage of White Mountains football is up next. Now, let's take you out to the field and join our broadcast team for tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome into tonight's broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's presented to you by Hatch Toyota and a great compilation of some outstanding partners like Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Beeler Orthodontics. Thank you to Summit Healthcare and Beeman Well Drilling. We'll give you a complete roster of our sponsoring partners as we move along here in the game. And down on the field, the captains are getting ready to collect at midfield, and we'll get the coin toss going. And our broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week headed your direction here in short order. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Floyd Simmons with our skeleton crew of outstanding professionals set to bring you the broadcast tonight from Payson High School. The Payson Longhorns are hosting the Round Valley Elks tonight. Payson is the number 13 ranked team in the state. They've got a 4-1 record for their head coach, Brian Burke. And on the other side, well, the Round Valley Elks have just not skipped a beat under their new head coach, Brad Baca. Coach Baca has taken over the program as the head man after running the offense for a very long time. I think he was the offensive coordinator the entire time, the entire 8-ish seasons that Marcus Bell was the head coach. So, he knows the kids, he knows the program, he knows the formula that brought so much success to Round Valley under Coach Bell, and now Brad Baca taking over is ready to go. Down on the field, time for the national anthem, and it will be brought to you by the Payson Longhorn Marching Band. may have been difficult for you to hear very well, but it was a great rendition of the national anthem by the Payson Longhorn Marching Band. Welcome into our broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. My name is Floyd Simmons. I get to call the play-by-play tonight. And our broadcast crew, our production team includes our producer, Derek Simmons, along with our technical director, Greg Jones, making the trip up from Phoenix to join us on the broadcast tonight. Greg, thanks for being here. Our statistician is the lovely Joe Matthews. And also rounding out our crew is young grasshopper David Simmons is on our broadcast here tonight, helping us bring you the action from Payson High School. Hey, Joe, just FYI, there's a headset right there. That's yours if you want to tune into the broadcast. You're welcome to do so. And we're about to get things going here at Payson High School tonight. The Longhorns hosting the Round Valley Elks. Round Valley is 5-0. They're ranked number 3 in the state. The rankings for the first time just coming out this past week. And the AIA has deemed the Round Valley Elks worthy of a number 3 ranking, undefeated right now. The number 1 team in the state, by the way, is Valley Christian. That's not a big surprise, as they opened up the regular season in week number 1 with a victory over the Snowflake Lobos, defending state champions for 3A football. And by the way, that Snowflake team, thanks, I guess, mostly to that loss to Valley Christian, Snowflake is ranked right now number 7 in the state. Guess who's 1 spot ahead of them? The Sholo Cougars are at number 6. And this number 3 team, Round Valley, representing the 3A East. Hey, the kick is bobbled, and eventually it is picked up. Rowdy Rivera had trouble with the ball, and he was able to cover it up, protect the possession, and Round Valley will take over the football and get us going here tonight as they go on offense. First, their sophomore quarterback, Riker Marble, to lead the way, but all eyes tonight, especially that defense there for Payson, will be on the guy wearing jersey number 1, Seth Wiltbank, the guy that leads the rushing attack for Round Valley. And he will line up right there in the backfield as we get it underway tonight from Payson High School. Welcome in, everybody, from the shotgun and engineering what Round Valley has become famous for, that RPO offense, the run-pass option. The first give of the night belongs to Seth Wiltbank, and Seth is good for 2 yards from the line of scrimmage. As we get it underway, Round Valley looking at 2nd down and 8. Welcome into the broadcast, everybody. Tonight, Snowflake is at Peoria High School as they had to adjust their schedule. So they are at Peoria. The Sholo Cougars tonight are on the road, and Sholo on this night find themselves in the Southeast Valley. They're at Combs High School, and there's a nice little seam. Not enough for the first down, but a good gain nonetheless for Seth Wiltbank. So Seth getting an early second carry on the second offensive play of the night. And he'll move it ahead. A gain of 6 yards on the play, and 3rd down and 2 on the way for Wiltbank. Well, it's a little difficult to really tell where the line of scrimmage is, as Riker Marble will carry the ball and battle his way ahead, and he is going to have enough, should have enough for the first down. And he does. The original line of scrimmage on this possession was the 17-yard line, and that is a gain of 3 yards. Needed a couple. And Marble, who battled his way on that, gains 3 yards. They move the chains. The Elks looking to throw. There was a whistle at the snap. So play action, Marble delivering to the right side, but the play is going to be stopped before Round Valley can get it underway. That's an illegal procedure on the Elks. And we're going to go back the other direction. Hey, let's, as we get it underway, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Sports Zone Radio Network.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.
And you're listening live and local in the White Mountains on Sports Zone Radio's radio home in the White Mountains. That's 98.5 KRFM Sholo. A broadcast service of Petrocom. And there is an injured Longhorn player leaving the stadium right now, and that doesn't look too good. Got that dead left arm. Pass caught on the right side of the formation on the quick toss from Riker Marble. Brought in, and quickly that tackler gets up. Not feeling too good. Check the guy that got hurt. Let me give you an idea who hauled in the pass a moment ago. That's Travis Christensen, the injured Payson player. Option to the near side. Marble, there's the flick. And great open field tackle on Seth Wiltbank. That is how you get work done out on that edge defense. And let's check for you once again to see who that is that came up and made the stop, peeling off the block. Great job. And a wonderful tackle made in space by Kellen Mills. Kellen Mills bringing down Seth Wiltbank on that play. And in fact, how about a 4-yard loss on that last situation? So Seth had 8 yards rushing prior to that. Now he's got 4 on 3 carries. Play action, Marble back to throw. Rolls to the sideline and throws off balance, underthrows, and that one was nearly intercepted, but caught by the Elks. Rowdy Rivera hauling it in right at the 50-yard line. And the Elks fans, they respond, but it's coming back on a penalty. That is going to be a penalty as we look at the previous play once again. Now we'll watch the replay on Marble throwing off balance. He gets hammered pretty hard. You saw that on the replay. And then the great effort by Rowdy Rivera, but that is coming back on the penalty. And there was no mark off. So, oh yeah, it was a penalty and then declined. So no penalty, but the play didn't stand. So they must have felt like he did not actually cleanly catch the football. So we'll call it an incomplete pass. No penalty assessed on the Round Valley Elks, and the punt team is on as Payson has done a great job. They did give up a first down, but then they did a terrific job at limiting Round Valley, who have to punt it away. The Elks will give it up. The ball will be down at the 35-yard line. And the Payson Longhorns have the football for the first time today. Welcome in, everybody, to our broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. Round Valley took 3 minutes and 59 seconds off the clock on that abbreviated possession. And they flipped the field the other direction. Pretty good field position to start this possession, and for the Longhorns to bring their offense out for the first time today. And they are led by their quarterback, Dexter Waterman. Waterman goes up under center, I formation, and they'll give it to the second man through, and there's a big scrum right in the middle of everything. About a 3-yard gain on the play as they peel the bodies up off the turf. And I think the guy that carried it is now exiting the game. Travis Christensen, guy who got hurt on that opening series that Round Valley had the ball. Now he'll check out of the game after carrying the ball for the first time today. He got 3 yards out of it. 2nd down and 7. The Payson Longhorns 4-1 and ranked number 13 in the state. And they give it up the middle, and a great form tackle on the runner. It was a terrific tackle. Well, you see it right there. Just a wrestling tackle. That's Caleb Marinelli. Caleb Marinelli, the guy who carried the ball for the Longhorns, and he got 2 yards out of it. So 3rd down and 5 for Payson. They shift, remain in the I formation in the backfield, and they'll give it to Marinelli once again. And he is going to be stopped shy of the 1st down. It's about 2 yards. Let's see where they end up spotting him down finally. We'll give him 3 yards on that carry by Marinelli. And it will bring up 4th down and 2. Rowdy Rivera drops back deep for the Elks. Presumably Payson will give it up early on as they bring the punt team on. And we welcome you all back into our coverage of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. Here's a very low kick that won't go far. Does roll into Round Valley territory, and it's down at the 40-yard line. Payson believing that Round Valley that the ball had touched one of the Elks, and they continued to think that, but there was a whistle, and the officials did not agree that it touched anybody. So the ball will be whistled dead at the 40-yard line, and a 3-and-out. The Round Valley defense slightly bent right there, but did not break. And the ball at the 5-minute and 54-second mark goes back over the other direction. Round Valley will take over, and the offense comes out. And they've got some pretty good field position here for this second possession of their night. Shotgun, Riker Marble, sophomore quarterback. He gives it to Seth Wiltbank, spinning ahead. Wiltbank will gain 4 yards out to the 44-yard line on a short pickup for the Round Valley offense. Well, it looked like he was just about getting that head of steam up. Somebody was able to trip him up. Right there, a little burst of speed and terrific defense. Payson coming up, stepping up, filling, and the guy that made that tackle, Nick Dimbat. Dimbat, a 5'10" senior on that Payson defense. Quarterback is keeping to the near edge, battling, lowers the shoulder, and Riker Marble is, I was saying before the game, Riker is a running back that throws pretty well. And you can see him right there. That is not typical of a quarterback to lower the shoulder pads at the end of the play. That's a 5-yard pickup, but Riker's about a yard short. Watch the finish right here as the sophomore just powers his way to, again, that 5-yard gain. And can Round Valley here on 3rd down and 1 converts just shy of midfield. They're resting at their own 49-yard line with the ball. And from the shotgun, Marble will call it out and give it ahead. Seth Wiltbank has the 1st down and tripped up, knocked down just into Payson territory. That's a 4-yard pickup on this play for Wiltbank, and that is the 1st down. As for the first time today, Round Valley goes into Payson territory. At least on a play that stands. They got it into Payson territory on the first possession they had today, but it came back. Or at least it looked like they had completed a pass earlier on. Situation here, Round Valley at the Payson 47-yard line. In a scoreless game just underway. We're in the first period with 3 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock, and Marble will toss it out to the right side. Rowdy Rivera has the catch, and Rowdy has a modest pickup. 3 yards gained on the quick toss out the right side. Marble to Rivera. 2nd down and 7. The ball just inside the Payson 45-yard line. And they'll run the RPO, and not a great read. Seth Wiltbank gets hit in the backfield immediately. Great downhill penetration up front by the Longhorns. And they just met Seth immediately in the backfield and dumped him for a 2-yard loss on the play. Devontae Johnson stepping up, making a play for the Longhorns. Now 3rd down and 9. The ball is at the 46-yard line. And a quick toss on the slant pass caught. That's a first down. And a nice gainer for Round Valley. Well, they went backwards on the previous play. Wasn't going to happen this time on a completed pass to Stockton Brown. He hauls it in, and we'll see where they mark him down. He's inside the 30-yard line to the 28. So that is an 18-yard pickup on that play. And they convert the long third down as our guys give you a great look at the replay. And Round Valley lines it up at the 28-yard line of Payson. Second possession of the night for the Elks, and a good job by Wiltbank to slip some tackles. Nice stiff arm, and he's going to power his way down for a big first down gain. Seth Wiltbank leading his team inside the 10-yard line with that gain. And he just wouldn't go down. Great highlights reel already developing for Seth Wiltbank. Derek Simmons, our guy, SportsZone123.com, and our producer on these videos. Derek will oftentimes talk about, that was an 18-yard gain, by the way. They're going to spot him at the 10, so back-to-back 18-yard plays, and the ball is at the 10-yard line. It's first and goal for Round Valley, and we'll get a whistle at the snap. But, Derek will often say that Seth is just, it's going to be a highlights package on Seth every time Round Valley plays. And we got a good look at why on that previous play. Can we see that replay again on that last run by Seth? That camera, we'll watch it on the next. We'll catch it on the next dead ball. Sorry about that, guys. Get you back to the action. Riker Marble after the Round Valley penalty. And he'll take it up the middle. And Riker's into the end zone. And that's a touchdown. 15-yard run straight up the middle for the Elks. Riker Marble he ran the RPO to perfection, and into the end zone go the Round Valley Elks for their first points of the night. 6-0, and the points here coming at the 2:16 mark of the first period. How about the Elks? Getting work done earlier, and they'll send the place kicking unit on. Low line drive that does not hit the mark. The kick is a little low for Kevin Flores, and that, as I mentioned, points on the board for the Round Valley Elks. We'll grab a timeout, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota.
Take it to the max with Free for Life from Cellular One. Activate a new line of service with Free for Life, and you'll get the Sky D5 Max smartphone for free. Plus, you get 5 gigabytes of LTE, unlimited nationwide talk and text, and unlimited Facebook for free. See how to qualify and get your free for Life Sky D5 Max smartphone while supplies last at any Cellular One store or at mycellular1.com. Free for Life is a government-subsidized Lifeline product available to eligible customers. Only one Lifeline phone per household. Not transferable. Other restrictions apply.
The year was 2011. Tim Tebow was still playing quarterback in high school, but he was about to become a legend. With his team behind 17-0, he was tackled and broke his leg. Despite the excruciating pain, he told his coach, "Don't take me out of the game, I want to play." Tim led his team back and scored the game-winning touchdown on a 20-yard run. The start of the Tim Tebow legend. This is Sports Zone Radio's Byron Brown with a message from Beeler Orthodontics in Sholo. A message to every young White Mountains athlete to never give up. Beeler Orthodontics. Live life with a smile.
Here comes the Round Valley kick. That's high. It's fairly deep. Ball at about the 10-yard line. Brought back, straight back by Payson. And we are back into it, everybody. Welcome back to Payson High School, home of the Longhorns. And after that return, the ball will be marked down at about the 25-yard line. That's what we'll call it. I think you were right, by the way. I think that was 2:16 on the clock, if that makes any difference, Big Joe, or at least I said it was 2:16. About 10-second runoff on that, and Payson will have the ball at their own 25-yard line as we bring you back to the action here in the first quarter. 2 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock now. And the give is straight up the middle as Payson working out there to establish the running game. And they will give it this time straight up the middle to Nick Dimbat. And Dimbat is good for a 3-yard pickup on first down. Head coach Brian Burke is one of those, tough, hard-nosed guys. He was an offense and defensive lineman in his days playing for Payson way back in the mid-2000s, part of an undefeated state championship team for Payson. And they were a tough, hard-running team in those days. This time, they're going to get stood up and sent back the other direction. On a terrific defensive play inside. Among the guys there making the play was Jaden Cisco. He helped to finish it off. As you watch the runner get stopped, and then Cisco applying the rest of it. And will be, there's no gain on that last play. I unfortunately did not get a good look at who the ball carrier was. And we find out that carrying the ball for the Longhorns was Travis Christensen. So no gain on the play. A 6-0 lead for Round Valley as Payson lines it up. And play action, they want to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. Pass intended for Devontae Johnson. And it does go incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 7 now after the Longhorns failed to convert. 38.6 seconds remaining in the first period. Payson gets it away. That's a decent punt. It'll hit at the 47 and then roll inside the 40 near the 36-yard line where the Elks, or rather the Longhorns, come down in coverage. Down the football. And the Payson offense gets set to make their return. Back into the action here at Payson High School. And a 6-0 Round Valley lead. In moments, we'll give you an update on scores happening in the Valley, featuring White Mountains football teams. How about Blue Ridge at Peoria tonight, or Snowflake rather. Snowflake is at Peoria. Sholo is at Combs. We'll have that for you in a moment. Fake it. Pass delivered and caught off the right side. Spinning ahead, and that is going to be a big first down pickup for Round Valley. You get that for you. They will mark it at the 49-yard line. So that is a 14-yard gain on the play for the Elks. On offense, the pass completed from Riker Marble out to Kevin Flores. No, pardon, he's the kicker. Trayson Merrill, sorry about that, the junior tight end. Should know that, number 10, Trayson, hauling it in, and that ends up being the final play from scrimmage here in the third period. So we'll just grab us a timeout, or first period. We'll grab a timeout. Sorry about that, first quarter action. As the quarter ends with a Round Valley lead, the Elks have the football, and we'll be back to their possession when we return in just a moment. You are listening to and watching the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Stand by.
Any insurance agent can provide a quote, return a phone call, or claim to have the best rates. But will your current agent fight alongside you if and when you need to make a claim, discuss options when life changes, or put you and your needs first? At the Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency, that's exactly who you'll get. People over profit. Years of expertise and knowledge, personalized service, and a straightforward, comprehensive, and cost-effective insurance solution. Call or visit the Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency now and experience exactly what you've been missing.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Real people. Play the official WSOP poker app. WSOP. Respect the game. Play for free now.
All right, we're back to it. And we're getting some strange audio there as Seth Wilbank takes the ball across the Payson 40-yard line. 11-yard gain on first down to move the chains and continue the Round Valley possession. So we are back, everybody. Thanks for being here for our broadcast coverage of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. 11 yards for Seth Wilbank. First down for the Elks at the 38-yard line of Payson. So we do get this second quarter rolling right along. 11 minutes and 17 seconds on the clock. Marble from the shotgun. He'll roll out. Looks like he's going to go sweep all the way, but that is a terrific defensive play. Knifing through and making it is Christensen. He found a seam and just turned the Jets on. What speed he's got to catch Riker Marble. This one coming right into your living room, and there was no way that Marble was going to outrun Christensen. So Trevor Christensen with another tackle to his credit, and a big loss on that play. That ends up being a 6-yard loss for Round Valley. They'll line their offense up at the Payson 44-yard line after Christensen's great play. Try to set the screen up. Pass is intended for Trayson Merrill, but defended well in the middle of that defense. Somebody read it beautifully for Payson. It's the double nickels on the jersey out there. Number 55 is Jimmy Johnson. And Johnson is able to defend it, break it up. He wasn't fooled. Not a bit. And the incomplete pass will bring up now third down at 16 for Round Valley. So the Elks want to throw Marble again. The attempted pass. This one is caught by Trayson Merrill. Immediately contacted. And Merrill is going to get 3 yards on the play, but Christensen is there on the tackle. And others also helping out on that defense for Payson. Kellen Mills, the strong safety, came up, and he made it was a terrific play. And again, only a 3-yard gain for Merrill. Brings up fourth down, and the punt team is back on for Round Valley. They are at the Payson 41-yard line, but for the Elks and Coach Brad Baca, they look at this as a chance to flip the field, I guess. There's a low kick that will bounce and then go out of bounds in the vicinity of the 10-yard line. So the Elks are unable to get points out of another possession, but they do lead 6-0, and their defense has been pretty rock solid so far through 2 Payson possessions, 3 and out both times, forcing a couple of punts. And at 9:42 on the clock here in the second quarter, Round Valley has given it back to Payson. And it looks like they're going to spot the ball right at the 10 for Payson. So a very long field in front of the Longhorns. They will line it up, go under center, and the quick pitch off the right side to Christensen. There wasn't a whole lot going on there. Round Valley plugging it up in the middle, doing a good job. Christensen may have just gotten back to the 10-yard line. So no gain, no loss, net 0 on the play for Christensen. For Round Valley, a victory on defense. And the ball actually did go just inside the 10. They respotted it. It ended up being a -1 on the play for Christensen. This handoff will go straight up the middle, and a little bit more luck this time going between the guards. And here on second down, the ball went to Nick Dimbat. Well, Dimbat picked up a bunch right there. He got 8 yards, as a matter of fact. To bring him third down and 7 now. And here comes the Payson offense. Dexter Waterman 6-foot junior is the quarterback. He'll line it up with the I formation behind him. Old school Brian Burke offense. And a handoff to the fullback that did not get the necessary yardage. I think that was Dimbat carrying the ball straight ahead. And a 1-yard gain was all that he could manage to bring up 4th down and a couple.
All right, guys.
Well, that was just a great job in the middle of the defense. Somebody knifed under one of those interior linemen. And I'll tell you who I believe it was.
Watch the hard count.
It was either Armando Garcia or Jaden Cisco. And I think it was Garcia who was the guy that got low, got under, and knocked him down. Held him to a 1-yard gain. How about this? 4th down and a couple. Deep in their own territory. Payson going for it and battling straight ahead. I think they got the necessary yardage, but that is and that's the quarterback who I think is going to have to come out of the game. And you know what? Hold on. I don't think they got the necessary yardage. The chains are moving. Round Valley coaches do not want them to move, and you know what? It's a 2-yard. You know what it's going to be? It's because they moved the chains. You can hear the Round Valley fans aren't happy. They want a measurement. It's a 2-yard gain and a 1st down for Payson, if for no other reason because the chain gang, I wonder where they're from. The chain gang decided to move, and I do not think that they were instructed to just yet, but they moved, and now that ends up being a 1st down. So 2 yards to pick up on the play for Waterman, the quarterback, and Payson will keep it moving. Waterman gives to Christensen. He is hit in the backfield. Great downhill play from a guy who is used to making those plays. A flag is coming out, by the way. Keanu Clark with a terrific job to meet the running back right near the line of scrimmage. There's that marker that we have to look at and get some idea what's going on, but a terrific job there by Keanu Clark. Help from some teammates as well, and they're going to call a hold on Payson. And that'll move him back. Should take him back to the 10-yard line. 10-yard penalty as we take a look at head coach Brian Burke. Young Mr. Burke, 30 years old or right thereabouts. And they'll mark it off. It's going to be 1st down and 20 after the 10-yard penalty. Coach Burke there played on that 2008 undefeated Payson state championship team. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. I've got a little more personal aspect to that. Here's the handoff. Christensen just trying to find somewhere to go, and there just isn't anywhere for him to leak through on that side. Among those defenders that got there was Morgan Arona. Arona was there in on the tackle. Give credit as well to Connor Lackey for that Round Valley defense. We'll give him a yard. How about a yard gained on that last play for Christensen to bring up 2nd down and 19. Again from the eye. Play action. Waterman rolling, throwing off of the back foot as he rolled out to his right, and he came up way shy of his intended receiver. Pass is incomplete. And now 3rd and 19. 3rd down and a very long way to go. Again, coming right at you on the replay. And you can see it just found the ball itself found a spot in the zone. You want your receiver to find a spot somewhere in the zone. That is not what happened this time. Hey, I want to ask our director, Greg Jones, if you could ask Derek, is he getting good audio from the broadcast to his location? Is he? Okay, because the antenna is not set up very well. But it's good to see. Waterman rolling out, throwing across the middle and just behind his receiver. Had a man open, and they were targeting the right guy. But the sliding catch couldn't be made by that intended receiver, Zach Lutke, 6'2" senior receiver. Ed just came in a little bit shy, a little low, and he couldn't scoop it up, bring it in. It'll bring up 4th down and 19 on the incomplete pass for Waterman and Payson's offense, and from their own end zone, they'll line up to punt the ball away again. They get this one away quickly. It's not a deep punt. Fair catch asked for and made at the 33-yard line of Payson. Great field position as Rowdy Rivera comes in, hauls in the punt, and sets Round Valley's offense up nicely. Well, this was all made possible by a couple of things. This great field position that comes with 5:46 remaining in the first half of play, and the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report on the way at the break. This is all made possible by two things. First of all, of course, the great defense that Round Valley just played on that series. They also got help from a holding penalty. But before that was the punt from inside Payson territory that was down at the 10-yard line or thereabouts. Handoff right side, Seth Wiltbank. And Wiltbank is going to be held up. And he got a nice gain out of it, short of a first down, but Seth able to garner on that play another 7 yards. So we'll check Wiltbank's early totals in this first half. 9 carries, 46 yards, averaging 5.1 against tough Payson defense. Payson ranked number 13 in the state. 4-1 record coming into the game. The undefeated Round Valley Elks are the number 3 ranked team in 3A football into the game, and we will get a timeout. Round Valley offensively decides the situation is critical. Got to grab a timeout, and so they do, and we'll step aside for a quick word from the Joe Bjorn State Farm Agency. 5:05 remaining first half, 6-0 Round Valley on top. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Insurance is a must, but that doesn't mean you must go broke just paying for it. Contact Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance for a game plan on saving more of your money. Joe and his team offer home, life, auto insurance, and more. With Joe as your insurance quarterback, you'll score big each and every time. And with State Farm cheering you on, how can you lose? Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance, providing blanket coverage of the entire White Mountains. Call Joe at 928-536-7101. That's 928-536-7101.
Big thank you goes out to Sports Zone Radio's Patrick Austin, who is at the Snowflake game. Snowflake playing at Peoria. Are you ready for a very lopsided score? Going to give that to you here after we watch Round Valley work on 2nd down and 3. Take it to Wilbank, right side. That is Riker Marble, and he will power his way to another Round Valley first down.
Good job, Elks.
Terrific pickup on the play, and there may be a marker down because they're not moving the chains just yet. So the referee, and there was a marker thrown by the side judge on the near side, and they'll wave the marker off. Move the ball inside the 20-yard line. First down pickup for Marble. Well, I got that measuring out as a 9-yard pickup for Riker. And a first down. Okay, make it 8. The official here says they're at the 18-yard line with that play. So that's the spot, first down for Round Valley. The Elks from the gun. Fake it. Marble looked left, looked right again, looked left again. Now he'll scramble and dump it. Trayson Merrill has it, and he will run over a defender, stays on his feet, and battles his way toward the goal line. There was a marker that came out way before any of that contact was made downfield on the run after catch by Trayson Merrill, who simply did not want to go down on the play. And the referee will identify, and he says pass interference on the offense. So we'll take a look at that play again. Can we run that back again, Greg? Looking at it again, well, you can't see what happens early on. I don't know if it was Rivera. It was thrown by the official in that vicinity. Just look at the finish. I mean, it's not going to stand. They're going to bring that back on the penalty. But that was a pretty good-looking run after catch, showing you that classic Round Valley toughness. And Trayson Merrill, it'll go on the highlight reel, but it will not stand as part of the game tonight. So they'll mark it off. And I think that at least what I saw was an indication of pass interference. They will march it all the way back out to the 33-yard line. And I've got that as 1st and 25, if I'm not mistaken. So the big mark-off, and Round Valley has kind of shot themselves in the foot a couple of different times here in the first half. They lead 6-0 right now. We'll see if they can put points on in the final 3 minutes and 37 seconds of this second quarter. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report on the way. Fake it to Rivera, and up the middle goes Riker Marble, and Trevor Christensen will wrap him up and bring him down and dump him right at about the 28-yard line. 5-yard gain on a play that looked like it was going to develop into something bigger for Round Valley. And then there was Christensen in the middle of that Payson defense to deny him. 6-0, Round Valley in front, everybody. Moments away from the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime. Check back in live on the field. 3rd down and long, 3rd and about 20. Round Valley throwing down the left sideline. That pass looks caught. Is it good? It's caught! And a touchdown! Seth Wolfbank lines up out on that left side, and Riker Marble finds him for a Round Valley score. 29 yards on the pass play. Marble to Wolfbank. And the Elks taking advantage of a short field possession. They took over at the 33-yard line, got themselves in a bit of trouble with a penalty that marked them back. And then there was this play that you see on the replay as Marble took a look right and then threw that kind of back shoulder fade. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but look at the concentration and the great job at the finish to haul it in, hang on, and make a great play by Seth Wiltbank. He takes it in for the score, and Round Valley will go for 2. Marble has it. He faked it, and he got wrapped up. Thrown backwards, stayed on his feet for a moment, but could not finish it out. And so we'll grab a word in, everybody, from our friends at Beeman Well Drilling after Round Valley is back on the board again. They lead 12-0 here as we close out the first half. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota.
The team at Beeman Well Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beeman Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beeman Well Drilling.
It just doesn't matter what you do. There's always a holiday or a special occasion to celebrate with the people who mean the most to you. And that's why there's Hallmark in Pine Top. Whatever you're looking for, we're bound to have it. Stuffed animals, toys, fashion, and accessories. Themed gifts of every kind, and of course, Hallmark's favorite gift cards. We're open Monday through Saturday till 6 p.m. and Sundays till 4. You can't miss our beautiful store just a mile south of Safeway. The Hallmark store in Pine Top.
Here's the Round Valley kick after they go up ahead 2 touchdowns, 12-0. Ball fielded at the 5-yard line. And Payson on the return. Trayson Merrill, the first guy at the tip of the spear to come down and put the big hit on the return man. It looked like the guy that was back there tasked with bringing it back was Wyatt Ashton, and boy, he didn't like the results of that. There's a marker down, however. The ball will be spotted somewhere near the 20-yard line. And we may have gotten a personal foul. I'm going to check that, recheck that for you on whoever that was on the return. Yeah, well, that's hard to tell on the jersey number with the replay, but a good look from our guys. Derek Simmons in fine form as always with his camera and giving us those great replay looks. And the wizard with the button pushing over there, technical director Greg Jones, doing a great job. Well, this possession will now set up at the 35-yard line. Payson with the football, and they'll give it on the jet sweep. And Keanu Clark says, I don't really think so. That one's going nowhere. Ball carrier was Sergio Madrid. He's a sophomore. Call that the jet sweep for a reason. Supposed to have the speedy jet-like acceleration around the edge, but Keanu Clark stepping up, going straight forward. Somebody did not account for him in the blocking scheme, and a 3-yard loss on that play for Sergio. Check that again. Yeah, Sergio Madrid, not Sergio Mendez. That's that old singer. Now Sergio Madrid on that last carry. Second down play, they'll give it straight up the middle. And the Longhorns are going to get back most of what was lost a moment ago. And we get another marker down. And I'll check and see who that ball carrier was. I think this time they had Caleb Marinelli carrying the football. Meanwhile, the referee is trying to make up his mind as to what to call. Illegal procedure on the offense. And I think it was declined by Round Valley, who will now spend a timeout. It ends up being a 3-yard gain on that last play for Madrid. Get back what was lost on the previous play. Timeout taken by Round Valley to try to preserve some time and a potential final possession here in the first half. 3rd down and 10. That defense has been stout for the Elks. We'll grab us a 30-second break as well. You are listening to and watching the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Your smile says a lot about you, and it can tell your story. Beeler Orthodontics would like to help you tell that story and give you something to truly smile about. Josh Beeler and his team are passionate about their work, and it shows in the personalized care they give each patient. Dr. Beeler's down-to-earth style and relaxed approach makes him perfect to serve young children, teens, and adults. Are you ready for Beeler Orthodontics to help you tell your story? Call them at 537-7775. Beeler Orthodontics. Live life with a smile.
Welcome back, everybody, to Payson High School and tonight's broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota, and as I said, I would give you an update on the score at Peoria High School. How about Snowflake 29, Peoria 0 in the second quarter? Huge lead for the Snowflake Lobos. Take the handoff, up the middle it goes. Nice work by Waterman as he was able to slip a tackle and then get out of bounds. Stop the clock with a 14-yard gain and a Payson first down. Terrific run by the quarterback, Waterman, and we'll take a look at that replay. Well, we at least got the finish of it anyway. The step out of bounds was a particularly impressive part of the run. I say that with plenty of sarcasm in my voice. The ball at the 49-yard line for Payson. They pick up that first down. Quarterback Waterman, 2 carries for 16 yards after that one. See if Payson can get into Round Valley territory. That 4-man front for the Elks. Waterman with the quarterback draw, and he is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Great penetration once again, getting the work done, and one of those kids up front for Round Valley, just showing you, he is not big. I'm talking about Armando Garcia, the junior. He is the guy that made the play. Also taking a look at Keanu Clark, who was nearby, but it was Garcia that made the play, got around the ankles, and made the stop for a no gain on that last play. And he is not typical of what you would normally see as a down lineman, is he? Doesn't have that big size, but he is so effective. Second down and 10 now, and a quick throw, trying to hit that little wheel route out on the right side. And boy, I tell you, the Payson should feel pretty fortunate that the pass was way too low for Madrid, because Rowdy Rivera was lurking out there, and if the pass was up high enough, I think Rivera had a great shot, great beat on the ball. I think he could have picked that off, and if he did, there's nothing but green grass in front of him on his way into the end zone on that play. So that pass was thrown way low, and yeah, Payson should be pretty consider themselves fortunate that they did not actually throw the ball like they needed to. Let's get a word in on the Payson timeout from our friends at Cellular One Partners, longtime partners with us here on the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Stand by, everybody.
Switch to Naked Mobile today, and for a limited time, you'll get the Google Pixel 2 XL free. The Google Pixel 2 XL with a bigger 6-inch display, super fast performance, and greater battery reserve. This phone delivers. Activate with Naked Mobile and get the Google Pixel 2 XL for free when you switch and purchase 3 months of our $60 a month 20GB LTE data plan. Did we mention it's bigger, faster, stronger, and it's free? Naked Mobile with coverage on America's best networks. No contract, no credit check, no hidden fees. Available at any Cellular One store near you or at nakedmobile.com.
Payson head coach Brian Burke called timeout, and he is going to milk as much time in this huddle over near his sideline as he possibly can. He finally gets instruction from the official on that side to get his team back on the field, and they will head back out that direction. The quarterback, that is Dexter Waterman. And he'll line him up, I formation. Quarterback under center on third down. And they'll give it to the deep man, Trevor Christensen. Nice stiff arm, battles for it, lost it out of bounds, and just shy of picking up that first down. Pretty nice little pickup. 6 yards will be the gain on the play for Christensen before the ball came squirting out of his possession, out of his grip. And now fourth down with the ball at the Round Valley 45-yard line and the clock counting down. 56 seconds, and finally Payson did ask for a timeout. That may be the final timeout of the half for the Longhorns. Well, it's a little unusual on 4th down and 4 that the Longhorns would ask for a timeout. You would expect in that situation, if Round Valley had any timeouts left, that they would be the ones asking. Try to preserve some seconds if they could in what presumably would be a punt, at least an expected punt from Round Valley. Let's go back in and check in on that Snowflake score again. Closing in on halftime at Peoria High School, the last score we had from Patrick Austin was 29-0, 29-zip. The Lobos in front. Peoria not quite looking like a storied 100-year-old Valley of the Sun football program, are they? Snowflake manhandling the Peoria Panthers. We'll get a Sholo score coming your direction here in a little bit as well. Hey, how about this score? Second quarter of a matchup between Monument Valley and Window Rock. 13-12, Monument Valley in front. Collision in the backfield as Waterman now is running for his life, throws off his back foot, completes a pass downfield, sliding catch made to convert and move the chains. A 4th down pass reception made. Out on the edge. Again, that great look. Well, that's play from a few moments ago. This one will be a 9-yard pickup on that last pass play for the first down. And I believe the guy on the receiving end, if I'm not mistaken, was Sergio Madrid. And we get a whistle right at the snap. The officials will get together and have a little discussion. That's a first down play coming up from about the 36-yard line of Payson, or rather Round Valley. Payson is the team with the football at the moment. And 40.6 seconds remaining until halftime. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report is on the way. The official will mark something off against the Longhorns. He didn't say illegal procedure, but it is a 5-yard penalty. Whatever it was, the ball will come out to the 42-yard line. 1st and 15 now for the Longhorns. 41 seconds remaining in the first half. They will start the clock again here now. And it ticks down. Continuing to tick down, and there is Waterman's pass off the fingertips, incomplete off the right side to stop the clock with 28 seconds remaining. 28 seconds remain here in the first half. Reminder that next week's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast can be found in these same places. 98.5 KRFM on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app. You can also watch it on our Sports Zone Radio YouTube channel and our Facebook page as well, Facebook Live. Incomplete pass attempted on the near side. Second down and 15. Another incomplete pass to bring up third down. That'll stop the clock again. 22 seconds remaining here in the first half. And we'll see again if we can get you one of the another score for you from down in the valley. The Sholo Cougars are playing at Combs High School this one tonight. Back to throw. Waterman is flushed, rolling to his left. And he has to get rid of it lest he take a big hit. And there's a marker down at the end of the play, an incomplete pass. Intended receiver for Payson was Wyatt Ashton.
Terrible!
Still looking to see what the officials have to say, what they are going to infract, if indeed that is a word. So the referee got his information, and they're going to pick up the flag. So that's exactly what they do. They pick up the flag, and it'll come back.
Back here.
The down marker guy, the chain gang here at Payson has had a bit of a rough night. Put it that so far. Just a bit of a rough night. It hasn't been the worst. 12-0 Round Valley lead with 15.7 seconds remaining in the half now, and the ball comes right back out to the 42-yard line. 4th down and 15 for Payson. And Payson will elect to call their final timeout, of the half. Here's the score for you. I want to thank our very good friend and Sports Zone Radio's very own Greg Perkins, who is the athletic director at Holbrook High School and who in his past was for a very long time a play-by-play announcer for us. And you know what? Presumably still is going to get behind the microphone from time to time. And he is reporting a halftime score from Alchesay High School. Holbrook 24, Alchesay 10. How about the Holbrook Roadrunners, huh? The mighty Roadrunners are 4-1 on the season and ranked in the top 10 of 2A football. Holbrook is at Alchesay tonight, leading 24-10 at halftime. Thank you, Greg, for the scoring update. Halftime score at Peoria is 29-0. Snowflake in front of Peoria. And we are going to, I promise you, we're going to get you that Sholo update here sometime very, very soon. Sholo at Combs. How about you, Joe? Joe Matthews, you got somebody that you can get an update from at Combs right now? Let us know what's happening at halftime. Oh, yeah, I got it. Second quarter action. Sholo 20, Combs 10. 20-10. Sholo in front of Combs. There's your update. Push Ridge in the second quarter leads Catalina Foothills 21-0. That score as Payson comes back out of their timeout, and a score going on in the second quarter. Yuma Catholic at Northwest Christian. Yuma Catholic 14, Northwest 0 in that second quarter. 4th down play, 4th and 15 from the shotgun. And I guess there was one timeout remaining for Coach Burke and Payson. And they will ask for and get that timeout. They're going to take their timeout. We're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Sports Zone Radio Network.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.
And thank you for listening live and local on our broadcast partner in the Wide Mountains, 98.5 KRFM Sholo. the home of Sports Zone Radio and the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Also the home of the Hatch Toyota Good Morning Show every weekday morning, 7 to 10 o'clock. And we have been raising money for some folks in desperate need in Houma, Louisiana. We call it Help for Houma. We'd love for you to join us in raising money. Any gift you can provide would be much appreciated. There's no gift too big, no gift too small. Help for Houma, Louisiana, devastated 3 weeks ago by Hurricane Ida. I'll give you contact information on that in a moment. Fake the pass. Waterman steps up. He's got a little bit of a lane, spins out of one tackle, and he is brought down by Keanu Clark from behind. And that should be the final play of the first half. That'll be a 6-yard pickup by the quarterback as he showed some pretty good dense moves out there. And I do believe that is going to leave time for one final play. Well, I said, is that 0.4 seconds or 8.4, Joe? Hard to tell the bulbs here on the scoreboard. It is 8. Okay, 8.4 seconds remaining. Round Valley is going to take over the football. And they're going to get one last chance with the ball. Well, Payson was trying to avoid that, I think, but they called timeout a couple of different times. Well, the Round Valley Elks are going to let the clock run out in the half. They don't want to take any chances here, going in with a 12-0 lead, closing out the first half of play, and taking us up to our halftime break in the Mountain Mobile Autoglass halftime report, which is on the way here in just a couple of moments, everybody. A big thank you for joining us for our broadcast coverage from Payson High School tonight, the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show, everybody. We'll look at the stats and break it all down for you in just a couple of moments. Don't go anywhere.
So, you've hit that point in life. You want a sporty car, but you have to make room for car seats or Pee-wee Sports or stuff you never thought you'd be dealing with just a few years ago. The good news is, both sides of you can be happy with the new Hatch Toyota Camry. Camry is where dependability meets daring. During Toyota's national sales event, get up to $750 cash back on a new Camry, or financing as low as 2.49% APR for 72 months, or lease for $259 per month. And receive a complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years or 25,000 miles on your new Camry. Plus, push it in, pull it in, drag it in, tow it in. Hatch Toyota will take anything in on trade as long as it runs on gas. We'll take it in on trade.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
Offers on approved credit plus tax, title, license, and $4.99 doc fee. Lease for 36 months with $23.99 due at signing.
Insurance is a must, but that doesn't mean you must go broke just paying for it. Contact Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance for a game plan on saving more of your money. Joe and his team offer home, life, auto insurance, and more. With Joe as your insurance quarterback, you'll score big each and every time. And with State Farm cheering you on, how can you lose? Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance, providing blanket coverage of the entire White Mountains. Call Joe at 928-536-7101. That's 928-536-7101.
The team at Beeman Well Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beeman Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beeman Well Drilling.
Switch to Naked Mobile today, and for a limited time, you'll get the Google Pixel 2 XL free. The Google Pixel 2 XL with a bigger 6-inch display, super fast performance, and greater battery reserve. This phone delivers. Activate with Naked Mobile and get the Google Pixel 2 XL for free when you switch and purchase 3 months of our $60 credit check, no hidden fees. Available at any Cellular One store near you or at nakedmobile.com.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
What do tickets to the Willis Farm in Snowflake, tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas, and tickets to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert all have in common? Well, this month, when you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass to replace your insured windshield, you have a shot at getting them all. This month, everyone who gets an insured windshield replaced gets 2 tickets to the
Willis Farm Haunt, Night of Pestilence.
And then your name goes in the hat to be drawn for an escape to Las Vegas, where you will have lower level premium tickets to the December 11th championship night of the National Finals Rodeo. And fantastic tickets that same weekend to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert on their last tour. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today, 536-5972.
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Hey, everybody, back in live from Payson High School on tonight's broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show, and this is the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Halftime Report. They have cranked up the sound system over here at Payson High School with the dance team out on the field, and in just a moment we'll get a performance, and it should be pretty loud, a performance from the Payson Marching Band. They are very near our location on the visitors' side of the field, and I expect them to make a lot of noise here in just a couple of moments. Well, welcome in, everybody. Floyd Simmons on the play-by-play call of this one tonight. Our broadcast team includes our producer, Derek Simmons, our technical director, the great Greg Jones, has made the trip here from his comfy, cozy home in Phoenix, in Scottsdale, where, it's probably, 80-something degrees right now, and Greg is freezing up here in Payson. And I've got shorts and a T-shirt on, and Greg is freezing over there. But we love him anyway, and he does a great job. He's our technical director on this one. We are also joined on the broadcast by young grasshopper David Simmons. And our statistician is the lovely Joe Matthews. So let's say we dive into it and have a good look at what has happened so far in the game. A couple of scores on the board for the Round Valley Elks. They got the ball first in the first quarter, moved the ball just a bit, picked up a first down, but then had to punt the ball away. Payson went 3 and out on their opening possession, and then Round Valley took over at 5:54 on the clock in the first period and commenced to go on a 7-play, 3-minute and 38-second drive. And with 2 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock in the first period, scored their first touchdown of the game. It was Riker Marble taking this one in from 15 yards out. He ran the ball, and he figured into both of Round Valley's first half touchdowns. As he ran this one in, and in a few moments you'll hear about how he threw one for a touchdown. But Marble took it in that first quarter. The point after try was no good, and it was 6-0 Round Valley in front. Payson, again, couldn't do anything on their second possession, went 3 and out. Round Valley got the ball, moved it briefly before they had to punt, turn it over to Payson. The Longhorns struggled on that possession, which began at their own 10-yard line, could not get any movement out. They had to punt the ball, and it wasn't a great punt. Round Valley with a fair catch of the ball at the Payson 33-yard line. And 4 plays into that possession, the second touchdown of the night so far for Round Valley. A 29-yard touchdown pass from Riker Marble to Seth Wiltbank. Wiltbank lined up, split left, Marble, after a quick look to his right, threw the ball down that left sideline, and Seth just did a great job with the concentration going up and taking the ball away from the defender, who reacted a little too slowly on that side of the field, and it was a 29-yard touchdown pass. Marble to Wilbank. The try for two failed, and that brings us to a 12-0 halftime score here now, and there is some stuff going on out there. By the way, I think this is homecoming, if I'm not mistaken, for Payson. And they've got a ton of kids lined up out there on the field as you look at some of our first half replays. A 12-0 Round Valley lead here on the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. We're going to look at the statistics from that first half here in just a moment, with a continuation of our breakdown. So whatever you do, don't go anywhere. Let's grab this word in again from our good friends at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. The halftime report continues right after this.
What do tickets to the Willis Farm in Snowflake, tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas, and tickets to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert all have in common? Well, this month, when you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass to replace your insured windshield, you have a shot at getting them all. This month, everyone who gets an insured windshield replaced gets 2 tickets to the
Willis Farm Haunt, Night of Pestilence.
And then your name goes in the hat to be drawn for an escape to Las Vegas, where you will have lower level premium tickets to the December 11th championship night of the National Finals Rodeo. And fantastic tickets that same weekend to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert on their last tour. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today. 536-5972.
Any insurance agent can provide a quote, return a phone call, or claim to have the best rates. But will your current agent fight alongside you if and when you need to make a claim, discuss options when life changes, or put you and your needs first? At the Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency, that's exactly who you'll get. People over profit. Years of expertise and knowledge, personalized service, and a straightforward, comprehensive, and cost-effective insurance solution. Call or visit the Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency now and experience exactly what you've been missing.
Did you know that Summit Healthcare's orthopedic clinic is taking same-day and next-day appointments right now? There's no reason to leave the mountain because Summit offers the highest quality orthopedic medicine, and their team includes Dr. Jacob Oldham. Dr. Oldham specializes in sports medicine, joint instability or dislocation, rotator cuff and meniscus tears, tendonitis, carpal tunnel, and more. Schedule your appointment now with Summit Healthcare's Orthopedic Clinic. Call 928-537-6700. That's 928-537-6700.
Remember your toy cars as a kid?
You'd make those things rocket across the living room floor, jump the coffee table, and drift under the sofa.
Now, you can't do all those things for real in a new hatch Toyota Corolla, but it's so much fun to drive, you might think you could.
Corolla is filled with tech, wrapped in safety, and has tons of options to make your Corolla your Corolla.
During Toyota's national sales event, get up to $1,000 cash back on a new Corolla.
Or financing as low as 1.9% APR for 60 months.
Or lease for $199 per month.
And receive a complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years or 25,000 miles on your new Corolla.
Plus, push it in, pull it in, drag it in, tow it in.
Hatch Toyota will take anything in on trade. As long as it runs on gas, we will take it in on trade.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Sholo.
Offers on approved credit plus tax, title, license, and $499 doc fee. Lease for 36 months with $19.99 due at signing.
Everybody, welcome back into the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report from Payson High School tonight. Let's take a look at the Round Valley first half of this one. The Elks with a 12-0 halftime lead. They have managed to put together 150 yards of total offense in this. Probably not as much as you might have expected from an explosive Round Valley team, but it's been pretty balanced out there. 76 yards rushing, 74 yards passing for the Elks so far in this game. They've run 23 total offensive plays, averaging 6.5 yards per play from the line of scrimmage, and 7 first downs for Round Valley, who've had the ball just about 1 minute longer than Payson had it in that first half. So the time of possession's been pretty balanced. Round Valley's been flagged 4 times, 4 penalties for a total of 45 yards, and they've been clean with their possessions. They have not turned the ball over today. They haven't put it on the turf, and they have not thrown it away. Quarterback Riker Marble is 6 out of 8 for 74 yards and 1 touchdown. And his leading receiver is we'll get it for you here, is Seth Wiltbank. Seth has caught 1 pass for 29 yards. That was a touchdown. Also out there on the receiving core for the Elks in that first half, catching a pass, Stockton Brown. Stockton caught 1 pass for 18 yards. Trayson Merrill, 2 catches for 17 yards. Jovan Ortiz caught 1 ball for 7 yards. It's been suspiciously quiet out there in the first half. 1 catch for 3 yards for Rowdy Rivera in that first half. And on the ground, Seth Wilbank has run the ball 9 times for 46 yards. Quarterback Riker Marble has carried it 6 times for 30 yards and a touchdown. Between the two of those guys, they've handled every bit of the rushing attack for Round Valley, and they are combined averaging right at 5 yards per carry between quarterback and running back. The Payson Longhorn offense has gained just 57 yards all night long, 48 yards on the ground, 9 yards passing for the Longhorns, and 3 first downs throughout that entire first half. They have been only penalized 2 times for a total of 15 yards. They have not turned the ball over. They fumbled it once, but got that ball back. The quarterback, Dexter Waterman, is 1 out of 7 for 9 yards. Is all he could manage in that first half. His receiver, Sergio Madrid, caught that 1 pass for the 9 yards. Quarterback also leads the rushing attack. Dexter Waterman, 4 carries, 22 yards in the first half. Running back Nick Dimbat, 3 carries for 12 yards. Trevor Christensen, 5 rushes for 9 yards in that first half. And let's check one more of those Round Valley runners, Caleb Marinelli. And Caleb Marinelli, 3 rushes for 8 yards in the first half for the Payson Longhorns. And that is how it looks in that first half of play. I want to remind you that our next broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week will be at Sholo High School next Friday night. Homecoming for the Cougars as they take on this Round Valley Elks team, and we can't wait to bring it to you next Friday night. Here, part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. 12-0 at the half. Round Valley in front. The teams are back on the field, and we're about ready to go for the second half as we wrap up now. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report, everybody. Don't go anywhere. The second half does begin here from Payson High School right after this. Stand by.
What do tickets to the Willis Farm in Snowflake, tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas, and tickets to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert all have in common? Well, this month, when you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass to replace your insured windshield, you have a shot at getting them all. This month, everyone who gets an insured windshield replaced gets 2 tickets to the
Willis Farm Haunt, Night of Pestilence.
And then your name goes in the hat to be drawn for an escape to Las Vegas, where you will have lower level premium tickets to the December 11th championship night of the National Finals Rodeo. And fantastic tickets that same weekend to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert on their last tour. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today, 536-5972.
Did you know that Summit Healthcare's orthopedic clinic is taking same-day and next-day appointments right now? There's no reason to leave the mountain because Summit offers the highest quality orthopedic medicine, and their team includes Dr. Jacob Oldham. Dr. Oldham specializes in sports medicine, joint instability or dislocation, rotator cuff and meniscus tears, tendonitis, carpal tunnel, and more. Schedule your appointment now with Summit Healthcare's Orthopedic Clinic. Call 928-537-6700. That's 928-537-6700.
year was 2011. Tim Tebow was still playing quarterback in high school, but he was about to become a legend with his team behind 17-0. He was tackled and broke his leg. Despite the excruciating pain, he told his coach, "Don't take me out of the game, I want to play." Tim led his team back and scored the game-winning touchdown on a 20-yard run. The start of the Tim Tebow legend. This is Sports Zone Radio's Byron Brown with a message from Beeler Orthodontics in Sholo. A message to every young White Mountains athlete to never give up. Beeler Orthodontics. Live life with a smile.
The team at Beeman Well Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beeman Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beeman Well Drilling.
About set to start the second half, everybody. Round Valley will kick it away. Payson will have it as we get back to the action at Payson High School. Welcome back. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. And a terrific lineup of great sponsoring partners. Many have been with us for years and years on end, like Cellular One. They've been with us from the beginning. How about 30 years? 30 years of the Friday Night Football show here at Sports Zone Radio. And Cellular One's been there from the very beginning. We can't say thank you enough to them. Big thank you to Beeman Well Drilling. Paul Wyatt and the great people at Beeman Well Drilling, partners with us here at Sports Zone Radio. Thanks goes out to Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance and to Summit Healthcare, to Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Big thank you as well to Beeler Orthodontics, to Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance, and to Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Thank you to B Squared, Byron Brown, and his group, his company, Ace Hardware, as the kick is away. And good coverage by Round Valley again. It's gone pretty well for them as they've kicked it away. And that's the third time today they've delivered it to Payson. A modest return out just across the 20-yard line. And the second half is officially underway, everybody. Welcome back into our broadcast coverage, the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. So the second half gets going, and the ball is in the vicinity of the 21-yard line for the Longhorn offense. They'll bring it out, split a man way out here on the near side. The quarterback for the Longhorns is Dexter Waterman. He completed one pass in that first half. They could use a little bit tidier second half from the quarterback as the handoff goes straight up the middle. Trevor Christensen getting the first carry of the second half for the Horns. And he'll get a hand up after a tough collision right in the middle of that defense. A nice little gain. The ball comes out to about the 26-yard line. That is a 4-yard pickup on the play for Christensen. And the Longhorns will line it up. Quarterback up under center. The flanker is to the right. And now they're going to shift, and the flanker is now on the left. So the tight end moved to that side of the formation, and the handoff goes up the middle. And that should be enough for a first down. And it will be a 6-yard pickup on the play. Well, you had Christensen, but I don't believe that was Christensen on that carry. Did we get a replay on that or not? Nope. Okay. I believe that was the fullback, if I'm not mistaken. I think the guy that carried the ball straight up the middle was Nick Dimbat, but not positive. This is Christensen now. He's going to follow Dimbat's block off the right side. That's some pretty good blocking downfield by Payson's offense. It didn't help the run, but there was a double-team block on one of those Round Valley defenders, and they carried him for a distance down the field. But Christensen here on this carry, well, he got right back to the line of scrimmage is all he got. No gain. As the previous play picked up the first down. So on to the fourth play of the series. A first down to Payson's credit here on this opening second half possession. That's their fourth first down of the game. Offset backs in the backfield. A quick toss to Christensen. Breaks the tackle. There he goes for a big gain across midfield into Round Valley territory. Well, that was a run that ignites the hometown fans. They liked it a lot. And at the end of it, a 25-yard gain, exactly 25 yards on that pickup. That'll move the ball into Round Valley territory to about the 43-yard line. Trevor Christensen with the big play. He'll get a bit of a rest as they hand the ball off to Dimbat. And he gains 3 yards on the play, straight up the middle, the fullback. Got kind of that fullback build, if not a little bit small for a fullback. And interesting to me that they line him up at that spot in the I formation when Christensen is out there on the field, and put Christensen back behind him as the tailback. And I believe that might be Trevor back on the field. No, I don't think that is Trevor back there, dotting the I formation. They give it to the fullback, Dimbat. He's got a little seam, and he tries to break it back outside. And a touchdown saving tackle made up there by Rowdy Rivera. Well, look at the progress for Payson. And I believe that ball goes inside the 25. That is a 23-yard pickup. The ball near the 20-yard line. So 23-yard gain on the play for Nick Dimbat, the fullback. And they will give it this time to the tailback, who gets hit and then bounces off and keeps his feet, keeps on going. So another nice little pickup on the play. This is Marinelli this time carrying the football. And he would not go down on first contact. And the Longhorns have come out. They've made some adjustments. They probably got a pretty good talking to by coach, and a 5-yard gain on that first down play. 2nd down and 5 now. The ball in the vicinity of the 16-yard line for the Longhorns, who once again line up in that I formation. Both Dimbat and Christensen are off the field right now. A whole new set of backs behind the quarterback, and Marinelli gets it this time. And right in the middle of the defense, Payson runs into the Elks. And the first guy there were a number of guys got in on the tackle. Jaden Cisco was the first guy reporting to the tackle, and that's a -1 on the play for Marinelli.
Let's go, D!
And the ball comes out to about the 17-yard line. So now 3rd down and 6 is the situation with 7 minutes. Just under 7 minutes remaining here in the third period. Again, the I formation. Payson, steady diet of trying to run the ball, but they'll fake it this time. Quarterback trying to get outside. Not going to happen. Round Valley defensively up to the task. And the guy that just would not let the quarterback out of his sight was Connor Lackey as he came up and met Waterman for a no gain on the play. No gain for Dexter Waterman. 4th down and 6 now. The ball remains at the 17-yard line for Payson. And look what they're going to do. They're going to bring the place kicking team on and try to kick a 35-ish yard field goal. Here is the snap and the kick, and that's a great kick. Very high and majestic. But it's pulled to the left. The kick is no good for the Longhorns. The kick itself was a pretty impressive kick at the high school level. Hey, we've got great kickers all throughout the 3A East, don't we? Everybody seems to have a great one. Round Valley has a serviceable enough kicker. Not as good as they've had. But, I was just saying, so many of these teams have great kickers. Round Valley's got a great kicker. Snowflake, Sholo, all great kickers. 6:15 on the clock here. As Round Valley takes over, they're going to get it at their own 20-yard line. Seth Wolfbank trying to break tackles out there on the far edge. They slow him up, and then everybody gets there on defense to make the play. Seth got just a bit on that. Checking to see where they finally mark him down. He got 7 yards. Nice work by Seth, picking his way up the field. Way he got held up, slowed down, and reversed field. I kind of worried about him for a second. Thought he might take a big hit, but now he's okay, and the ball at the 27-yard line. Now Twins split out to the right for the Elks. From the shotgun, Riker Marble has Seth Wiltbank in the backfield with him. And Seth is not going to get it. They fake it. Broken tackle by Marble. Bounces to the near sideline, and he's got first down yardage and more as he steps out of bounds just shy of midfield. That's a great pickup. They'll mark him right out at the 45-yard line. 18-yard gain on this play for Marble. And a Round Valley first down. That's how you run the RPO. That's exactly what you do. You make that fake, and then you get a guy like Riker Marble who can, he's got that escapability, and he shows it right there. 18-yard gain, the ball at the 45-yard line from Round Valley. Their own 45. And a new set of downs as they go slot left formation this time. Marble in the gun. Flanking him on his left side is Wiltbank. They'll give to him. And he gets outside of Trayson Merrill's block. Nice block on the edge, and he goes across midfield. Wiltbank taking it to the 47-yard line. That's an 8-yard pickup on the play. And again, well designed as Wiltbank gets up. He might be a little bit gimpy after that one, and we're going to reset that as a 7-yard gain. They marked it back to the 48-yard line of Payson. Ball into Longhorn territory. 2nd down and 3, straight ahead for Round Valley. Great block on the edge by Trayson Merrill. So he came out here and he just posted up that the defensive end, and Wiltbank was able to go around that. Turn that into a 7-yard gain. Again, that slot left formation, and there's Wiltbank. Is that Wiltbank in the slot? Maybe not. Pardon me on that. He is in the backfield. Fake to him. Marble has it, and he takes a big hit. Well, that was well done on defense. And the guy who came over and made a big hit and he's having to shake it off himself is Hunter Stansfield. 6'2" linebacker scraping along that line of scrimmage, and as Marble turned it up, well, there was Stansfield like a missile coming at him, and he knocked him down for a short gain. We'll give the quarterback 1 yard. 1 yard gain on that last play. Call this 3rd down and a couple to go. Yeah, it's a 2-yard gain. I'm sorry. 3rd down and 1. How's that? Wiltbank has it, trying to get that first down yardage, and he battles left side, following his guys, and he gets right to the line to gain. He was following the left side of that offensive line, which was led by Brandon Strickland out there on that side. And I think the nose of the ball is going to be marked just shy of the line to gain, which is the Payson 45. And the officials, in fact, they moved it back a little bit. The Round Valley fans don't like it. The ball was about 4 inches shy of the line, and now it's going to be about 7 inches shy of the line. And the Elk fans, they spotted it, they saw it, and they didn't like it. We're going to give a yard credit on the gain for Seth Wiltbank, but not a first down. Quarterback sneak right straight up the middle. And on 4th down, the Elks convert. And they're going to gain. Is it 4 or is it 3? Side judge never came up. Never. Tipped and incomplete, and a ball that should have been intercepted. Marble trying to throw off his wrong foot, did not plant well, did not get a lot on it, and it was well shy of his intended receiver. So that ball, it does fall harmlessly incomplete, but it could have been intercepted. Was not. And it'll come back. Offensive penalty. Moves it back 5 yards. So forget about the incomplete pass. That didn't count anymore. The defense accepted the penalty. It's first down at 15. The ball goes back to the Payson 45-yard line for the Round Valley offense. The Elks in front, 12-0. And we've got 2:45 on the clock in the third period. Slot right. RPO. Quarterback keeps it. After the fake. Left side. Riker Marble slips out of bounds. Got back the penalty yardage and 3, maybe 4 yards on top of that. Or are they going to mark him at the 35? And that's exactly what they do. So a 10-yard gain for Marble. Shy of the first down because it was 1st and 15. So now 2nd down and 5 on the way. Marble. His night looks like this. 10 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown. For the sophomore quarterback, he is also a basketball player. Point guard on the Round Valley basketball team, presumably the point guard coming up for his sophomore season. And he is also a baseball player as well. And he's a terrific athlete no matter what sport you involve him in. Hard count, delivered by Marble to get the defense to jump. Offside, everybody across that front. Moved early for Payson. 5-yard mark-off should be enough for the first down. And it is. They're going to say, good for the first down. So the Elks will move it ahead. The ball now at the 30-yard line of Payson. 12-0 lead for the Elks as they work from the shotgun. And Marble, quick toss near side. That's caught by Rowdy Rivera. And he busts through a couple of tacklers, still on his feet, battling ahead. And we'll call that a 5-yard gain for Rowdy Rivera. Well, 2 guys had a shot on him, and this is a very tough and normally trusty defense for the Longhorns, but they just could not corral the receiver. 5-yard gain when there should have been very little, if any. Look at this play! Seth Wolfbank breaking tackles, jumping between defenders, and going into the end zone for a 25-yard Round Valley touchdown. Seth Wiltbank is a special talent for sure, and this replay right here is all the proof that you need. Wow. Fun to watch, and a 25-yard touchdown run for Wiltbank. His team will try for the point. They're not going to bother with the 2-point conversion at this stage. The kick is on the way, and it's up, and it's good for the Elks. They're able to throw the points up on the board. We'll get a word in from our very good friends and presenting sponsors of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show and the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Hey, how about a 19-0 lead for Round Valley? Back after this.
Hatch Toyota in Sholo has joined forces with several lenders for a special savings event. It's the $39.95 Vehicle Acquisition Sale. Choose from hundreds of cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans. All you pay is the $39.95 acquisition, and then start making the payments. These vehicles have been acquired at incredible savings from local trades, banks, credit unions, lease companies, as well as other dealer inventory. Hundreds of vehicles are on display at the massive Hatch Toyota lot. Over $5 million worth of new and pre-owned inventory will be disposed of. Choose from Toyotas, Ford, Chevys, Hondas, Nissan, Dodges, to name just a few. All you pay is the $39.95 acquisition fee. Then take over the payments. Pick your vehicle, pick your payments, and then pay the $39.95 acquisition fee. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and at hatchtoyota.com.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. I won't lose a deal over $1, and you have my word on it.
Approved credit cannot be combined with any other offers or discounts. Plus tax, title, license, and dealer documentation fees.
Well, those watching the video saw a near disaster that turns into a great return for Payson. That was just about a disastrous outcome as the ball checked up inside the 5-yard line, the receiver. And I can't see who that young man is that brought it back. Did a great job on the return, but not such a good job watching it. He thought it was going to go into the end zone for a touchback, and then it just died inside the 5-yard line. Had to scoop it up and bring it out, and he did. Brought it to the 31-yard line as we'll now take a look at the replay. Had to pick it up at the 3-yard line. And up the field on the return Boy, that looked also like after he decided to return it, he might take that back. Gabriel Hilgendorf, the guy that brought it back, and the ball is at the 31-yard line for the Longhorns. They'll set it up and work from the I formation once again. The fullback has the ball, and we'll see who they decided to bring out in that set. And it's all right. Carrying the football straight up the middle this time was Aiden Ormond. A freshman fullback, 5'9", 165. And presumably his father is Rich Ormond, the previous athletic director here at Payson High School. And that, by the way, was a 4-yard gain for Ormond on that last play. On first down, Payson will now work on second down, and once again, straight up the middle. The fullback carrying the ball this time is Dimbat. And he gains yardage out to the 37-yard line. 2 yards to pick up on that play. 3rd down and 3. 3rd down and, I'll call it 3rd down and 4 on the way for Payson. There was some smoke hovering over the field, lingering over the offensive formation. They had some pyrotechnics here at halftime. And that smoke will not leave. Look at this, wide open down the field as Payson with a great move on the outside. The receiver was wide open, and the Longhorns were unable to connect with him. Waterman, the quarterback, just could not get his guy, and wide open was Gabriel Hilgendorf. You can see it on the replay. Overthrew him by a couple of yards. That's tough. You just can't overthrow in that situation. You've got to, if anything, underthrow and let your receiver linger back, stay back, hang back, and catch the ball no matter what. Now, that was going to be 6 points. Payson decides they're going to have to grab a timeout on 3rd down and 4. Situation calls for it for them, but we also get time running out here. Time runs out here in the 3rd period. Wow. Are you kidding me? We got a good one going on in Payson. Round Valley's got the lead right now. Round Valley is in front in this one as we break for a timeout. 4th quarter is on the way, everybody. Stick around for it. Flip sides of the field. And the 4th quarter is up next. 19-0 Round Valley in front. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
So you've hit that point in life. You want a sporty car, but you have to make room for car seats or Pee-wee Sports or stuff you never thought you'd be dealing with just a few years ago. The good news is, both sides of you can be happy with the new Hatch Toyota Camry. Camry is where dependability meets daring. During Toyota's national sales event, get up to $750 cash back on a new Camry, or financing as low as 2.49% APR for 72 months, or lease for $259 per month. And receive a complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years or 25,000 miles on your new Camry. Plus, push it in, pull it in, drag it in, tow it in. Hatch Toyota will take anything in on trade as long as it runs on gas. We'll take it in on trade.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
Offers on approved credit plus tax, title, license, and $4.99 doc fee. Lease for 36 months with $23.99 due at signing.
Well, if you're watching the video, then you know exactly what I'm about to tell you. Those listening on the radio will find out that there was a roughing the passer penalty on that final play of the 3rd period. So with no time on the clock, they reset to give Payson an opportunity to run one more play. They got the automatic first down and then got 3 yards on a pickup by Dexter Waterman, the quarterback, the guy that just got roughed up by that Round Valley defense. And we're going to get moving on to the 4th quarter. Everybody, a 19-0 advantage for the Round Valley Elks as we bring you back in. We won't take that quarter break right here, right now. We'll just stay with the broadcast here at Payson High School. Welcome in, everybody. Floyd Simmons on the play-by-play call of this one. And joined by our production team, Derek Simmons, our producer. Our technical director is Greg Jones. We're also joined by David Simmons and our statistician, the lovely Joe Matthews, on stats for us tonight. Slightly less lovely than Sonia Simmons, who is normally our statistician, but lovely nonetheless. And let's get back to the action, the fourth quarter, to get underway now here. Payson with the football in Round Valley territory. Fake it right side, catch made on the left, cut back toward the middle, and the receiver will get very little out of it. Waterman's pass completed. Very, very short on the gain. The guy on the receiving end was Gabriel Hilgendorf. Hilgendorf takes it to the Round Valley 42-yard line. So I have that as a 2-yard pickup on that last play. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Payson offense. Doing a little more, putting the ball in the air a little bit more with dubious success at best. And that opportunity for a very long pass completion with a receiver. Hilgendorf was the guy who had gotten free going downfield, but they're just having a tough time putting it all together. This is, again, another very short pass completion. I think Hilgendorf on the receiving end again, this time a 2-yard pass reception. And it'll be 4th down and 3 for Payson. They're going for it. Ball just inside Round Valley's 40-yard line. The quarterback has it. Going to try to take it himself. He had decided to take matters into his own hands. And as he scooted down the line of scrimmage, trying to find a lane to cut up, I don't think he got it. Needs 3 yards. The officials are going to, oh, look, they gave him a very generous spot. Again, the Round Valley fans unhappy about the decision on that. And the officials give him enough yardage for a 4-yard gain. He needed 3, and he got the first down on that. The ball goes to the Round Valley 36-yard line. First down play. We'll look at the replay here. Really hard to tell from that vantage point where he ended up. We'll say this, the ball, as he came down, the ball was about as far out in front of him as could be. We'll see if this look gives us any indication. Well, no, they gave him almost a full yard extra on the spot. It happens. It happens. Nobody's perfect. And Payson is lined up at the Round Valley 36-yard line with a fresh set of downs here in the fourth quarter, looking for their first score of the game. He'll fake it. Waterman is corralled and taken down in the backfield. Well, Round Valley defensively would have nothing to do with it that time. Second guy there was Jaden Sisko. You see there, big number 56 in on the play. But there was another one of those Round Valley defenders that got there first. And that young man who wrapped him up early was Stockton Brown. 2 yards lost on the play. Stockton getting in on the action. And then Round Valley defense. Slot right. Double slots on the left. Empty backfield, and now they'll motion, fake the jet sweep. Waterman throwing left side. Ball is in the air. Jump ball contest, and after asking again for a flag, the back judge finally throws a marker on the far side of the field. I think we are going to get either defensive holding or pass interference. It is pass interference, the indication. And so that'll be an automatic. Well, no, I don't think you get automatic first down on pass interference, do you? Maybe you do. It is a 15-yard mark-off. It'll be a first down anyway, but the question is, automatic or not. Either way, it doesn't matter. First down. The ball at the 24-yard line at Payson after the penalty is marked. Well, you've got to ask. You never know if you're going to get the penalty if you don't ask. 9:23 remaining. Handoff goes up the middle. And there's not a lot happening there. So Round Valley plugs it up. In fact, the running back never even hit the turf on that one. And the running back, I believe, was Marinelli, but I'm not 100% positive. I have not seen Trevor Christensen carrying the ball in a while. A little curious about that. I wonder if Trevor is doing okay on that Payson roster. Number 5. Don't believe that was him. And it's still not him dotting the I formation. That's Marinelli out there, and I believe that's Ormond, the freshman fullback, in front of him. Waterman, 3-step drop. He throws the slant, and the pass is caught. Payson putting it together a little bit after that previous 1-yard gain on the last play. Payson with the catch. Is that Hilgendorf coming off the left side? He's been the favorite target of Waterman for a while now. It's not Hilgendorf. Guy on the receiving end of this one for Payson was Wyatt Ashton. Wyatt Ashton hauling in the pass. And let's see what he got out of it. He got 6 yards. 6 yards to pick up on that play. 3rd down and 3. Straight ahead for Payson. They are in the midst of their... This play right here will be the mark, a tie for them. Longest drive in terms of the number of plays. And a hit immediately on 3rd down. And I think in the backfield... Well, we'll see where they mark it. Could be a no gain on the play. And I think that was Marinelli carrying the football. We'll take a look at the replay. Well, they gave it to one of the fullbacks is what they did. And it was Dimbat carrying the ball for no gain on that last play. So now the 11th play of this drive marks the longest possession of the game for the Longhorns. As far as a number of plays run, offset backfield behind Waterman on 4th down and 3 could not get the Round Valley defense to jump, so Payson will spend a timeout. Critical possession for them with 7:05 remaining in regulation. And let's go ahead and stop that clock, mister. As timeout is taken out on the floor, out on the field. That'll give us an opportunity to grab a 30-second timeout and a word in from Beeman Well Drilling. Stand by, everybody. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
The team at Beeman Well Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beeman Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beeman Well Drilling.
Score here from Payson High School. Round Valley leads 19-0 with just over 7 minutes remaining in regulation. And a couple other scoring updates for you. Let's see. Sholo had a 20-10 lead in the first half over Combs. Combs scored a touchdown to make it 20-17. Now Sholo with a score of their own. And they lead 26-17 in the third quarter over Combs. And other scores on the way. Hand up there is Christensen back in the game. Handles it left side. Protecting it with both arms as he bounced it outside on 4th down. Needed 3 yards, and guess what? He got himself more than 3. And he picks up the first down. The ball is right at the 10-yard line, right near the 10. It'll be a first down, 1st and goal from right at that spot. That was a 6-yard gain on the play for Christensen. And again, it's 1st and goal for Payson. Still looking for their first points of the game. 12th play of this drive. It began with 1:36 on the clock in the third period. And now we have reached almost the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. A very long, prodigious drive by Payson and a tough run up the middle. The freshman, is that the freshman or is that Dimbat? No, it's Dimbat, sorry. About that carrying the ball. Dimbat not a freshman, and now Payson will run to the line of scrimmage. Dimbat's a senior. And he gained, well, it's hard to tell on that last play. I think he got 5 yards to the 5-yard line. And now the quarterback trying to take it up the middle. Waterman knocked down at the 2-yard line. Oh, no. Okay, so he gained a yard is what he did. And on that previous play, instead of 5 yards, that should have been 7, the gain for Dimbat on that previous play. So we're just getting it all hooked up for you out there. 14-yard, the 14th play of the drive is what I meant to say. Under 6 minutes. Right now, right at 5.5 minutes remaining in the fourth period. Payson trying to get their first points of the game. They hand it off, and that's not going to get there. Great play in the middle of the defense. And that guy that's just not built like a defensive lineman but plays with the mentality of one for sure, Armando Garcia, finds a little seam to meet up with the running back. Wrap him up and bring him back the other way. That's Dimbat on the carry. He got to the 1 yard line. So a 1 yard pickup on that last play. And here we go. 4th and goal at the 1 yard line for Payson. I formation. The quarterback hands it off to the tailback. There's a collision and it's in the end zone. Payson has finally broken the ice here in the 4th quarter. They give it to Trevor Christensen and he goes in for the 1 yard. Payson touchdown. Well, the Longhorns have waited all night long to finally get points on the board, and it's Christensen who has been conspicuously missing from the lineup for a while, at least on offense. They bring him out there finally to do some work, and he gets some work done for sure. He takes it across, and now 2-point conversion is going to be denied by the Round Valley defense. It's incomplete alpha on that left side, and that is how that one ends. How about this, 19-6. Payson finally scoring. Round Valley comfortably in front with 4:45 remaining in this one, though. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Do stand by.
The football teams and players from the White Mountains have a long tradition of excellence and a reputation for great work ethic, toughness, and teamwork. That's also a pretty good description of the people at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. At Mountain Mobile, every customer is important, just like every player on a football team is important and makes a difference in the outcome of a game. Mountain Mobile is dedicated to making you and every customer feel just how important you really are. Call 928-536-5972 for Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. You know the number, 928-536-5972.
There's a season for everything. And when it comes to braces for your child, that time is usually now because time goes by so fast. But the expense of orthodontic care can make parents put it off, oftentimes too long. That's where Beeler Orthodontics steps in to take the pressure off your checkbook. Beeler offers custom payment plans so treatment can begin immediately. The perfect payment plan is just a visit away because at Beeler, we don't think you should have to wait another minute. Call 537-7775. Beeler Orthodontics. Live life with a smile.
Well, the Payson Longhorns go on a 15-play, 8-minute, and 51-second drive that covered 69 yards of field. And look at this on the onside attempt. Round Valley ends up face masking the ball. It bounces off the headgear of the Round Valley coverage man before it got the 10 yards. Round Valley could have just let it go. I don't think it was going to get all the way to the 10 yards. And then Payson able to cover it up. The Longhorns recover an onside kick, and you know what? I mean, they just should not have had that. It was a mental mistake by the Elks, and the guy that recovered it was Mike Dominguez. Look, this ball might not have made it the full 10 yards. A little over-anxious for Round Valley, and Payson opportunistically pouncing on the ball. And they've got it. With 4:45 remaining, I don't think any time came off the clock on the kick. Let's go, Al! Well, that's not supposed to be. Some time was supposed to run off. Jet sweep, handoff, and that's a tackle in the backfield by the Elks. Carrying the football was Sergio Madrid on the jet sweep. Just never got the Jets going. Connor Lackey penetrating in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. Good play defensively as the Elks trying to see if they can deny Payson after the Longhorns recover the onside kick. Waterman rolling out to the right side. He's got plenty of time to throw, and he'll throw it in between 4 defenders eventually as Seth Wilbank coming from a safety position to converge on the intended receiver. It is incomplete. Hilgendorf was the intended receiver. Now the quarterback dropped it in between everybody, but he also dropped it just a 1.5 feet out of the reach of his receiver. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 13. Stop the clock with 4 minutes and 10 seconds, or 4 minutes and 16 seconds, or 4 minutes and 18 seconds. I don't know. Some bulbs burned out on the clock up there. It's 4 minutes and something. We've got 4:14 on our clock. They're going to fake it. Up the middle goes the quarterback, and he gets hammered. Again, that defense for Round Valley. The guy that led the way on the stop, Armando Garcia.
Let's go, Steve.
With big help on the big stop. Waterman got back the original 3 yards lost on that first down play a moment ago. As you watch Round Valley converge for the stop. Hey, it's 4th down and 10. In the game, possibility for a Payson comeback comes down to this play right here. And timeout taken. It's a big moment. Coach Brian Burke calls timeout. And he'll gather his offense in to talk it over for Payson. 3:31 remaining here in this one. Thank you for being with us, everybody. This broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. And a 19-6 lead for Round Valley Elks. See if we can get some scoring updates for you from games going on around the state. How about Yuma Catholic 14, Northwest Christian 7? That game was last updated at halftime. That was the halftime score then. Coolidge in the fourth quarter leading Santa Cruz 7-0. Low scoring game. Push Ridge over Catalina Foothills 21-14. That game ongoing in the fourth quarter. Sholo now leads by 15. They've scored again. They lead Combs in the third period 32-17. 32-17 that score. Benjamin Franklin with a 21-0 lead over Florence at halftime. Now Ben Franklin had been moved up to 4A. Here's the 4th down and 10 play. And that, they were going to try the hook and ladder. You can see it out there. Trying to set it up, trying to throw it. And it is incomplete on 4th down. And on downs, the Elks are going to take back over possession of the ball with 3 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in this one. And Payson, I believe, after having been granted 4 first half timeouts, I think they had 4 timeouts in the first half. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I believe that Payson has 1 remaining, if I'm not mistaken on that. Round Valley takes over at the Payson 44-yard line. Handoff, left side, Seth Wiltbank with yardage that might be good enough for a first down. Well, let's see. That is a spot to the 35-yard line, so we'll call that a 9-yard pickup on the play for Seth. As you take a look at the terrific Sports Zone Radio instant replay, 2nd down and a yard. Round Valley at the Payson 35-yard line. Oh, the game is not over yet. I mean, you could fumble the ball right here. Payson could, scoop and score, do something with it. Fake the handoff this time. Marble will go out of bounds with plenty of yardage for the first down. They will mark him in the vicinity of the 25-yard line. That's a 10-yard pickup for Riker. And a first down. 11 carries for 74 yards and a touchdown for Marble. He has had a terrific night. And another Round Valley first down as we get ready to start thinking about the Sports Zone Radio player of the game and also the, who we're going to speak to in our postgame. The head coach is coming our direction after the game. Marble is certainly a candidate with his 70-plus yards rushing on this one tonight. How about Seth Wiltbank? He is approaching century mark. Mike had it right here. Handoff. Yeah, he's going to get to 100 yards. Bounces outside off a nice block. There's a marker down, though. And is that going to stand, or is that going to come back? Boy, we've seen a lot of flags and a lot of, untimely flags. If you're a Round Valley fan on that one, you don't like that a whole lot as Wiltbank gets up at the end of it, limping his way back to the huddle. So we'll take a look at the replay here. Though I don't think that the play is going to stand. I think it's coming back. There's Seth bouncing it. That was a run that easily took him up over 100 yards rushing if it were to stand. There's a marker both on the near side of the play and at the end of the play, and they are marking something against Round Valley. Okay, so something happened. I think that was during the play, and then after the play, there might have been a unsportsmanlike type foul on the Payson defense. I don't think they're going to be offsetting. I have a feeling and a suspicion that the penalty against Payson occurred after the play. So they are marking off against Round Valley, and they're marking it from they're marking a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. And now they're going to mark it a 15-yard penalty against Payson. They went 10 yards from the spot. So I'm going to have to figure out. Wilbank does get yardage on that play. It does stand as a play. So let's see. There's 8 yards. So that means, how many yards did he get? He got 3 yards, I guess. I guess they're giving him three yards from scrimmage. So he is still just under 100 yards rushing on the night. And Wilbank has been lifted. He is not on the field anymore. They're going to bring in Gage Baker, the young running back. And Gage got his number called right from the start. But there is a whistle. Somebody lined up in the neutral zone on that defense. And they'll mark this one off against the Payson defense. And that'll be a first down. They move the ball up 5 yards closer to the Payson goal. Round Valley 19, Payson 6, everybody. As you join us here for the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast presented by Hatch Toyota. The ball looks like it's at the 11-yard line, or is that the 12? I'm going to call it the 11. Rowdy Rivera in the slot, left of the formation for Round Valley. And Marble, the quarterback, will line it up. Gage Baker in the backfield at running back end. Round Valley spends a timeout. We pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Sports Zone Radio Network.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.
Hey, football fans, you are listening live and local from Payson on our partner in the White Mountains. That's 98.5 KRFM Sholo. And with 2:36 remaining in the fourth period, Round Valley a timeout. They are on the march with the ball. Will they score again before regulation ends? We'll find out. Let's pause 30 seconds. A word in from Ace Hardware of the White Mountains on the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Round Valley will line it up here out of their timeout. The ball at the Payson 13-yard line. Shotgun, Riker Marble. Fakes the toss left, keeps it himself, goes to the left, and he'll be upended. So he goes inside the 10-yard line, and he took a pretty good shot at the end of it. He'll get up off that play. And actually the Payson player who was part of the tackle, a little bit slower in getting up at the end of that one, but he looks okay. That was Hunter Stansfield at the end of it. And a 5-yard pickup on the play to bring a second down at 5. The ball at about the 8-yard line. For the Elks, got a final score for you from Alchesay. Holbrook has defeated the Alchesay Falcons. Final score 62-24. The highly ranked Holbrook Roadrunners, highly ranked in the 2A ranks. The Roadrunners are now 5-1, 5-1 on the season. Handoff, Gage Baker, dragging defenders as he goes inside the 5-yard line. Let's see where Baker ends up. He's going to be right at the line to gain. I think he got 5 yards, right at 5 yards, the pickup for Baker. And it should be a first and goal. It is. First down and goal as we take a look at the field level instant replay for Baker, who refusing to go down. Actually, give him 6 yards. I believe they're going to mark him at the 2-yard line and make it a first down and goal for Round Valley, trying to punch in with a minute and 5 seconds remaining. Baker has it. Goes between the guards, and he got knocked down shy. Couldn't get it in.
Let's go!
That's Stansfield right there, part of the tackle. That Payson defense, Round Valley will hustle to the line it up, and try to run another play here. Well, they got time anyway, 42 seconds remaining. And that is a good defensive play on Baker in the backfield. The previous play was a no gain. This play looks similar. Did he even get back to the last scrimmage? Well, he lost yardage. How about a 4-yard loss on that last play? Baker. That was not the best spot the officials have had all night. On a night when some of those spots have been curious. Yeah, this will bring up third down and goal, and Round Valley's they're not going to run any more offense. They're going to let the clock run out inside the 5-yard line, or at about the 5-yard line for their offense. And the Round Valley fans approve of a 19-6 victory on this one tonight for the Elks. They're going to grab their 6th win of the season. They're undefeated, 6-0, as they take down number 13 Payson and hand Payson only their 2nd loss of the campaign. And the fight song for the Round Valley Elks. They get a big victory tonight, and it was not, I'll just say this, wasn't an easy win, that's for sure. This was a tough one tonight, and they can be proud of their effort here at Payson on the evening as they walk out of here. 6 wins on the campaign for the Brad Baca-led Round Valley Elks. Everybody, our postgame wrap-up on the way. We'll talk to Coach Baca coming up in a few. We'll figure out who the Sports Zone Radio's player of the game is going to be on this one tonight. Grab you some postgame interviews. How does that sound? Don't go anywhere. We continue from Payson High School in just a moment with the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota.
So, you've hit that point in life. You want a sporty car, but you have to make room for car seats or Pee-wee sports or stuff you never thought you'd be dealing with just a few years ago. The good news is, both sides of you can be happy with the new Hatch Toyota Camry. Camry is where dependability meets daring. During Toyota's national sales event, get up to $750 cash back on a new Camry, or financing as low as 2.49% APR for 72 months, or lease for $259 per month, and receive a complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years or 25,000 miles on your new Camry. Plus, push it in, pull it in, drag it in, tow it in. Hatch Toyota will take anything in on trade as long as it runs on gas. We'll take it in on trade.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Sholo.
Offers on approved credit plus tax, title, license, and $4.99 doc fee. Lease for 36 months with $23.99 due at signing.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Switch to Naked Mobile today, and for a limited time, you'll get the Google Pixel 2 XL free. The Google Pixel 2 XL with a bigger 6-inch display, super fast performance, and greater battery reserve. This phone delivers. Activate with Naked Mobile and get the Google Pixel 2 XL for free when you switch and purchase 3 months of our $60 a month 20 gigabyte LTE data plan. Did we mention it's bigger, faster, stronger, and it's free? Naked Mobile with coverage on America's best networks. No contract, no credit check, no hidden fees. Available at any Cellular One store near you or at nakedmobile.com.
What do tickets to the Willis Farm in Snowflake tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas, and tickets to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert all have in common? Well, this month, when you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass to replace your insured windshield, you have a shot at getting them all. This month, everyone who gets an insured windshield replaced gets 2 tickets to the
Willis Farm Haunt, Night of Pestilence.
And then your name goes in the hat to be drawn for an escape to Las Vegas, where you will have lower level premium tickets to the December 11th championship night of the National Finals Rodeo. And fantastic tickets that same weekend to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert on their last tour. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today, 536-5972.
The year was 2011. Tim Tebow was still playing quarterback in high school, but he was about to become a legend with his team behind 17-0. He was tackled and broke his leg. Despite the excruciating pain, he told his coach, "Don't take me out of the game, I want to play." Tim led his team back and scored the game-winning touchdown on a 20-yard run. The start of the Tim Tebow legend. This is Sports Zone Radio's Byron Brown with a message from Beeler Orthodontics in Sholo. A message to every young White Mountains athlete to never give up. Beeler Orthodontics. Live life with a smile.
Hey, back in to wrap things up here at Payson High School. Thanks for joining us, everybody. This broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota, as always. Floyd Simmons here to help cap things off on a victory tonight for Round Valley. They move to 6-0. 6-0. Perfect season so far for the Elks, setting up presumably a battle of unbeatens next Friday night. That's our next broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Next Friday night at Sholo High School. Sholo tonight taking care of Combs. Last report we had was a 15-point lead for Sholo late in the second half of that game. And so if Sholo can hang on and win that game, they'll be unbeaten. They'll be undefeated. Round Valley remains undefeated going into that game next week. It's, by the way, Sholo High School's homecoming. They've invited Round Valley to homecoming. That's a big one, and we'll have it for you next Friday. Meanwhile, tonight, 19-6, the final score. Round Valley has taken down the Payson Longhorns on our broadcast of the Game of the Week. And as we get into our wrap-up, let me first report that the last score we have for Snowflake at Peoria, 50-0. 50-0, that was the score late in the fourth quarter of that game at Peoria. Wow, Snowflake, how about you? Huge performance tonight for Snowflake. And our reporter, SportsZone123.com's Sports Zone Radio's Patrick Austin, when it was 43-0, Patrick reported that the best play of the game to that point at 43-0, Snowflake in front of Peoria, was Peoria allowing Snowflake to score 42 so that there'd be a running clock. That was the most entertaining thing so far that Peoria had accomplished up to that point. Snowflake had added another touchdown after that to make it 50-0, with the report being that the JV squad at that point scored with ease against the Peoria defense. So Snowflake, who came in number 7 ranked tonight, getting a big win over the 4A opponent Peoria. We'll see what that does for the rankings, of course, and we'll also have to see what everybody in front of them does. The team directly in front at number 6, the Sholo Cougars, have presumably come up with a victory tonight, though we don't have yet quite that final score. 40-24 was the last report, a 16-point advantage for Sholo over Combs. That game's still going on in the fourth quarter. 40-24, Sholo in front. Back to our game here, and let's find out how it happened tonight. 19-6 the final score, and Riker Marble opened up the scoring with a 15-yard touchdown run in the first quarter for Round Valley. That came at 2:16 on the clock at the end of a 7-play drive on the second possession of the game for Round Valley. Marble took it in from 15 yards out, running straight up the middle on that RPO. The kick was no good, and Round Valley had a 6-0 lead. The Elks would score one more time in the first half, and it came with 3:34 remaining in the second period at the end of a 4-play short field possession for Round Valley. They got the ball after a Payson punt got the ball at the Longhorn 33-yard line. And 4 plays into that drive, a 29-yard touchdown pass as Riker Marble hooked up with Seth Wiltbank on that one. Seth lining up on the left side of the formation, and he went straight downfield. Marble threw it up there. Wiltbank made a great catch and took it into the end zone. 2-point conversion try was no good. Round Valley had a 12-0 lead. They took that into halftime. The Elks scored one more time. It came right at the end of the third period with 1:36 on the clock in that quarter. A 9-play, 4-minute and 39-second drive for Round Valley was capped off by a 25-yard touchdown run by Seth Wiltbank. And it was a highlight extraordinaire as he kind of jumped between a couple of defenders on his way with a couple of nice moves. And he found himself in the end zone with that 25-yard touchdown run for the Elks. And he ended up just shy of 100 yards rushing on the game, at least according to our numbers. They are, of course, unofficial, but we don't have to keep reminding you of that fact. Payson would score their only touchdown of the game in the fourth quarter, a very long, like an 8-minute, 51-second drive that began actually in the third period and ended up with a Payson score at the 4:45 mark of the fourth quarter. A 15-play drive is what it was. And it was Trevor Christensen taking it in from a yard out for Payson's only score of the game. They tried for 2 but couldn't get it. And there's your final score in the game, 19-6. Round Valley with the victory in this one. Well, we're going to announce the Sports Zone Radio's player of the game, the player of the game tonight. And, oftentimes, most of the time you see it's one of those skilled position guys. Quarterbacks often get it for the numbers they put up. Running backs, receivers. You're going to see them factoring into the player of the game so much of the time. And a couple of those guys on that Round Valley offense are certainly deserving of consideration. Well, the quarterback, Riker Marble, who could be described as a running back who throws the ball pretty well, so you let him run that quarterback spot. Throwing the ball tonight, Riker was 7 of 9 for 79 yards and a touchdown. Running the football, 12 carries for 79 yards and a touchdown. He did a great job. Seth Wiltbank tonight, 15 carries for 98 yards according to our count, and he had a touchdown rushing tonight as well. He also caught a touchdown pass on his one catch of the game for 29 yards. So 2 scores for Seth. He's certainly a guy you would consider highly for the Sports Zone Radio player of the game. But we're going to go with one of the big boys up front. We're going to go with number 77. How about Keanu Clark? Called his name a lot tonight. He was figuring in, especially on defense, where we called his name out a lot, a number of tackles. And he was a disruptive force tonight for that team across the front line. He plays on the offensive line as well, where he got some good work done up front with the rest of his guys on that front line. And all in all, a great performance by one of the bigs for Round Valley. And for his work tonight, he gathers in the Sports Zone Radio's player of the game. Congratulations to Keanu Clark getting that designation tonight. And a victory for Round Valley, 19-6. They have overcome the Payson Longhorns. Well, don't go anywhere. We're going to grab one more time out here in our postgame wrap-up. In a couple of moments, we should be speaking with head coach Brad Baca, along with the player of the game, Keanu Clark. And we'll speak as well, if we get an opportunity, with Trayson Merrill, the tight end, who did some pretty good stuff tonight on that side of the ball. A couple of nice runs after catch by him, one called back on a penalty, but it was nice to look at in the highlight package, that's for sure. And, of course, he also turned in a great game on defense for this Round Valley team. We'll talk to Trayson, we'll talk to Keanu, and head coach Brad Baca as well from Round Valley in a couple of moments. Stand by, our postgame wrap-up continues here on a night here in Payson where Round Valley goes on the road and gets a 19-6 victory. Don't go anywhere. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Hatch Toyota in Sholo has joined forces with several lenders for a special savings event. It's the $39.95 Vehicle Acquisition Sale. Choose from hundreds of cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans. All you pay is the $39.95 acquisition, and then start making the payments. These vehicles have been acquired at incredible savings from local trades, banks, credit unions, lease companies, as well as other dealer inventory. Hundreds of vehicles are on display at the massive Hatch Toyota lot. Over 5 million million worth of new and pre-owned inventory will be disposed of. Choose from Toyotas, Ford, Chevys, Hondas, Nissan, Dodges, to name just a few. All you pay is the $39.95 acquisition fee. Then take over the payments. Pick your vehicle, pick your payments, and then pay the $39.95 acquisition fee. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and at hatchtoyota.com.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. I won't lose a deal over $1, and you have my word on it.
Approved credit cannot be combined with any other offers or discounts. Plus tax, title, license, and dealer documentation fees.
Insurance is a must, but that doesn't mean you must go broke just paying for it. Contact Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance for a game plan on saving more of your money. Joe and his team offer home, life, auto insurance, and more. With Joe as your insurance quarterback, you'll score big each and every time. And with State Farm cheering you on, how can you lose? Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance, providing blanket coverage of the entire White Mountains. Call Joe at 928-536-7101. That's 928-536-7101.
Hatch Toyota respects the personal freedoms of their guests and team members, and they are taking diligent measures to protect your health, including social distancing, continuous cleaning of exposed surfaces, and covering vehicle surfaces during servicing. Hatch provides masks and hand sanitizing stations along with no-touch options. This includes pickup and drop-off of vehicles. Transactions and negotiations are conducted electronically and remotely with no-touch completion of paperwork and off-site delivery. Hatch Toyota is committed to doing their part to protect the communities they live and work in.
It just doesn't matter what you do. There's always a holiday or a special occasion to celebrate with the people who mean the most to you. And that's why there's Hallmark in Pine Top. Whatever you're looking for, we're bound to have it. Stuffed animals, toys, fashion, and accessories. Themed gifts of every kind, and of course, Hallmark's favorite gift cards. We're open Monday through Saturday till 6 p.m. and Sundays till 4. You can't miss our beautiful store just a mile south of Safeway, the Hallmark store in Pine Top.
Hey everybody, welcome back in to our broadcast coverage of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. Tonight here at Payson, the Round Valley Elks bring in their unblemished record, and it stays perfect on the night here as they knock off the Payson Longhorns 19-6. And congratulations to Round Valley. The number 3 ranked team in 3A continues to fly high. If an elk can fly with horns on its head, that's exactly what they're doing. Let's see here. We got video running, so we'll jump in. We'll do our highlights package setup here, everybody, as we're joined by the Round Valley head coach. Welcome in, everybody, to Payson High School, where tonight the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota, found an unbeaten Round Valley team, the number 3 ranked team in 3A football so far this season, coming in and getting work done. They played on a pretty rough field tonight here, but they were none the worse for wear at the end of this one, and Round Valley gets the big win. Final score 19-6, a 3A East region victory for the Elks. They take down what was a previously 4-1 Payson team. Payson with the loss obviously dropping to 4-2 now. That Longhorn team was ranked number 13. A loss to number 3 shouldn't hurt the Longhorns too bad at all. Let's talk with the victorious head coach now of the Round Valley Elks, and our first chance here in the 2021 campaign to talk to the new coach, a guy that's not unfamiliar with the Round Valley Elks, that's for sure, but Brad Bach has taken over the program. And, Coach, you pick up your 6th win of the season against no losses, a great win today. You got to be happy, proud of the boys tonight. Congratulations on the win.
Oh, we're extremely proud. I mean, we knew coming into this game that Payson, we've played here before. It's a tough place to play. They're tough kids. They're well coached. We knew this was going to be one of our tougher games, and we've had good games before leading up to this, but we hadn't really been challenged. We hadn't played 4 quarters. This was the first time, and they brought it today, and our kids responded, and I couldn't be more prouder of them. It was a great win.
Certainly a great win for your team, and a great test as well, right? I mean, to this point, you've had a couple of nice wins, but, most of the non-region games that 3A East teams play most of the time, you're not going to get the kind of quality competition you get in region. So to get a game like this and to come out the way you did has to be pretty pleasing to you and the staff.
Oh, very pleasing. 3A East is one of the toughest regions in all of Arizona football, we believe. So, in every team, we know every week it's going to be tough. So, to come in here tonight on this, I mean, the field wasn't the greatest, but our kids did what they were supposed to, played hard. Our defense played lights out, kept us in the game. We made enough plays on offense to win, so we're very happy to come out of here with a win.
Talking with Round Valley head coach Brad Baca, let's go right to that defense. And no question, they did a great job tonight. I think you held Payson in the first half to 57 yards of total offense and 3 first downs. I don't have a look at the numbers yet from the entire game, but I'm sure the numbers are going to look pretty good. Payson did put together a 69-yard scoring drive in the second half that chewed up almost 9 minutes of clock, by the way. And that's going to be the majority of their second half yardages on that particular drive. But again, your defense did such a great job tonight, up and down the front line. And in the backers in the secondary, everybody seemed to bring their game tonight. By the way, Keanu Clark, your great lineman, who does a great job on both sides of the ball. We called his name a lot tonight and felt like he was deserving of the Sports Zone Radio's Player of the Game. So let's begin with Keanu, his job, and the rest of that defense.
Yes, Keanu has been amazing. I mean, he's been starting for us since he was a freshman. He's a junior now, and he just has gotten better and better. He works harder than anybody. So for him to get here and to play like this isn't surprising to us, but he does it week in and week out, and you saw it tonight. I mean, he's in the backfield all the time. He does everything we ask. He makes plays. We love him. Everything he does, we love him. And the rest of that defense, I mean, I can't say enough about him. Every play, it looks like they were just making plays. We're stuffing the run. We're playing on the pass. We did really well, and I want to give our coaches some credit, too. Coach Merrill, Alba, Hawes, Clough, those guys came up with a great game plan, well coached on that side of the ball, and then our kids all responded. I mean, our linebackers, Arona, Rominger, and Brett Jordan, all played great. Our secondary played great. Everything just seemed to come together on defense, and that's one thing we've been looking at that we needed to get better at and make some plays, and they played lights out tonight, so we're very proud.
Coach, on the other side of the ball, Seth Wilpenk, of course, had another great game. He rushed for right at 100 yards for you, scored a touchdown on the ground. He also caught a touchdown pass as well from Riker earlier in the game, 29-yard touchdown reception for Seth, so he scored a couple of different ways. Continues to get stuff done. By the way, I got to ask you about, he seemed a little dinged up at the end, but he stayed in the game and he kept going, so hopefully everything's okay with him. But, you know, it's football. You're going to get dinged up. But another good game turned in by Seth. Riker had a good game running the ball as well, almost 80 yards rushing for Riker and a touchdown scored by him as well.
Yes, going back to Seth, he's like Keanu. Those two work harder than anybody. So this isn't surprising to us, and we know every week we're going to have to ride Seth. We're going to have to give him the ball, because he makes plays every time. And for what Riker's done as a sophomore is amazing to me. Just all the things he keeps getting better at and learning every week. And we have a great offensive line that's doing things, great receivers. Everything's working on offense as far as what we're trying to do at this point. So all these kids have played well. Seth is amazing. These guys are amazing right here. These two that are blocking for him that are coming up here in a minute. So we couldn't be prouder of them either.
I didn't realize that Trayson Merrill, who we're going to talk to in our postgame here in a bit, I didn't realize he had a hand issue. And he's out there playing. Saw him make a couple of catches. One came back, I think, on a penalty, but he had a beautiful run after catch. At one point, playing defense like he does. He threw a great block for Seth on your sideline there, and I think it was in the fourth quarter as you were moving the ball down the third quarter. Anyway, he's got broken hand or something like that. I didn't realize he's out there playing. You wouldn't notice from distance.
No, he broke his hand. Was it the first week? So it's been about 3 weeks now, 4 weeks. So he's what we think of when we talk about Round Valley football, is that kind of kid that gets hurt and he's still going to play, and he's still going to play the same. He's going to go and go and go. He's a warrior for us. So everything he's doing, I mean, to play with a broken hand and not even think about it says a lot about him and the kind of kid he is and the kind of competitor he is. So he's a great kid.
Head coach Brad Baca, the Round Valley Elks, they win 19-6 tonight. And the last thing I'll do is coach. Sholo was winning big over Combs. The last report we had, I'm sure they're going to hold on and get that win tonight. That sets up a pretty awesome matchup next Friday night at Sholo High School. Your team goes in for their homecoming. You get to be the date there that night. You'll be undefeated. They'll be undefeated. How about that matchup coming up in the 3A East region next Friday?
We're very excited. And like we said, every game in the 3A East is one of those games. It started tonight. We knew it. We've been talking about it. This is what we love about playing at Round Valley. This is what we love about the 3A East. It's every week there's good teams, there's well-coached teams, there's kids on both sides that are going to play hard. It's small-town football at its best. We think Sholo's a great team. Hopefully they think we're a great team, but we're going to come in there. I think it's going to be a great game. We got to go there, but we're excited. Our kids are already talking about it. They're ready to go. I'm sure Sholo's ready to go, and it's going to be a huge one.
All right, Coach, big win for you tonight. Congratulations. Can't wait for next week. Go enjoy this win.
All right, thank you.
All right, head coach Brad Baca of the Round Valley Elks, 19-6 the final score. They take down the Payson Longhorns tonight here at Longhorn Stadium. Folks, the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Way to go, Coach. Congratulations. Our first chance to visit in the postgame with Coach Baca, and he brought his A-game. Not just calling it out there tonight, getting his guys prepared, but did a great job tonight as well here on our on his debut with Sports Zone Radio. Great job by the coach, and we'll continue on here from Payson High School, everybody. One half step closer there, young man. Okay. Let's get back in. He's got to lower the camera. Derek's got to lower the camera and find another angle for how tall are you? 6'5"?
6'5".
6'5". Yeah. See, I'm pretty good at that. I'm pretty good at guessing that. I can't guess your weight very well. I couldn't do the carnival thing. I would say I'm going to go with 195.
187.
187. Okay. All right. Well, it was the shoes that got me there. All right. Let's pull this down just a little bit. All right. Let's continue on, everybody. From Payson High School tonight, everybody, Floyd Simmons on the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Welcome in on a night that saw the Round Valley Elks continue their unbeaten season. They are now 6-0 after tonight's win. They knocked off the Payson Longhorns by a final of 19-6. Welcome in here to Payson. Let's talk to one of the heroes on the night. His name is Trayson Merrill, and Trayson joins us here to discuss, again, a 19-6 win for Round Valley, and they knock off a pretty good, pretty solid Payson team that was ranked number 13 coming in. By the way, Round Valley ranked number 3 before this one tonight. Let's talk to Trayson. Trayson, congratulations. Big win for you.
Thank you. It was a very fun game.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. No doubt about it. Your team saw a lot of success out there tonight. Was there any doubt in your mind coming into this one? You guys seem to play with a lot of swagger, a lot of confidence in this one here at Payson, which, by the way, is a tough place to come in and play. Much like your place, much like the Dome. This is a hard place to come in and play, and Payson always plays tough for their home fans. Was there any doubt in your mind on this one tonight?
No, we practiced. We had a good week of practice. We came here. They were pretty big, but they're physical. They were really physical. I like that. It made it a really fun game.
Probably as physical a game as you've played this season so far, right?
Yes, sir. It is definitely the most physical game. Time flies when it's fun like that.
Well, I love hearing that. Payson is always going to be defined and described in the way you just said, so physical. You could beat Payson by 45. Not that you did tonight. You could beat him by 45, and it's still going to be a game where you felt it and you get beat up on a night. That's always what they do here at Payson. Talking with Trayson Merrill, first of all, look, you had a play. You caught a pass. You're out there. You're running over guys. You're turning it in. You're turning what should have been a 5-yard play into 25 or something like that. Talk about your thinking when you get the ball in your hands out there in space, and there's those defenders, because to me it's like you're looking for contact out there.
Yeah, I love hitting people. So I just turn my head, look upfield, and I just duck the shoulder and go. I like to hit people a lot.
Yeah, well, I think you were made to play tight end, but I got to ask you about this hand here. This wrap on the left hand right there. It looks like is that a yeah, that's a solid cast there. So talk about the hand for a second. It doesn't seem like it's impacted your ability much to handle the ball out there.
No, so against, I think it was Morenci, I don't know how it happened, but sometime during the first quarter it broke. I was like, oh, I think I just jammed my finger. Two days later after the game, it broke my thumb all the way through. And I was like, oh, my. And then out there, last week I couldn't catch to save my life, and this week I'm like, oh, please, I hope I can catch. And I was lucky enough to be able to catch today.
So you were making it work. Good stuff. Also saw you throw a great block on the edge out here. I don't know if you remember the play, but Seth is coming out on this edge. I think you guys needed to convert a third down or something, and you posted up out here and on the defensive end and threw him a great block that he used to his advantage to go downfield. How about blocking? How about furthering the running game with your efforts out there? You love to go and give those guys some lanes to run?
Oh, yeah. I love blocking for Seth, especially because he sees the field like no one else. Like, you just push that guy one way, he cuts off you perfectly. But yeah, like Riker Marble, I love blocking for all my boys out there.
All right. Well, great job tonight. Congratulations. Big win for you and the boys. Go enjoy this, okay?
Thank you.
All right. There's Trayson Merrill, one of the heroes for Round Valley on a night where they beat Payson 19-6 and stay undefeated. Round Valley getting ready to take on the Sholo Cougars next week at Sholo for the Cougars homecoming. That'll be a big one. We'll talk more about that with check out another highlights video with Keanu Clark, who ended up being tonight's Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game for the Round Valley Elks. Final score again, 19-6. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. So there is that. And thank you, folks, for hanging with us, staying with us on our post-game wrap-up out there, wherever you might find yourself. Step one, step closer to me. There you go. All right, let's continue our post-game from Payson, everybody. Back in here shooting some post-game work for you on the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, everyone. It's presented to you, of course, by Hatch Toyota. Floyd Simmons here, and the young man joining us is tonight's Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game. Not often that you find the guys wearing jersey numbers like 77 getting that, but you can't deny the contributions of Keanu Clark from Round Valley in the victory tonight. Again, a 19-6 win, and Keanu joins us now to talk it over. Hey, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, you guys go out there, you take on Payson. We've talked to Coach, talked about the physicality of the game, talked to Trayson Merrill a while ago. I mean, this Payson team is tough, physical, hard-hitting, and you got all of that stuff from Payson tonight. Talk about the game at the trenches level tonight.
It was pretty tough. They're big, they're physical, they're mean. They got everything an O-line and D-line would want, you know. They're just a lot like me, I guess, but a ton of them.
No question about it. Well, Round Valley also has that reputation for toughness and physicality. So these two teams together, we knew it was going to be a mashup out there, and it certainly was. And both teams that want to feature the run, right? You know if a team wants to run, they're going to be a tough team. Talk about battling and taking on that running game, because the Longhorns have they have 3 or 4 of those tough runners in the backfield.
Oh, yeah. They did good running. They did good on their O-line. I think, yeah, they did good running.
Certainly did.
Yeah.
They reeled off a 15-play scoring drive in that second half, which was almost all a feature of how tough they are in that running game. Talking with Keanu Clark, he is the Sports Zone Radio's Player of the Game in this one. His team wins 19-6 tonight. Keanu, let me ask you about the rest of your guys in the trenches, your lineman mates on the team, offense, defensive line, and the job that those guys are doing. You guys aren't huge, but your guys are certainly hardworking and well prepared and coached for the action. So talk about the work that the guys on the line were doing tonight.
They played really good. There's a few things we messed up on, and you can always get better in my eyes. You can always get better. Even if you're 4.0 student, there's always something you can do better. We played good tonight. We set some running things. Just we can do better than that.
Okay.
I've seen better.
Keanu, last thing I'll ask you is to project ahead. All right, you got some time to enjoy this win, but you're going to go right back to work because you take on the unbeaten Sholo Cougars a week from tonight. Sholo's undefeated. They get a win tonight over Combs. Your team is undefeated. This will be a huge clash next Friday night. Have you thought about it much? Are you thinking about next week's game even as we're talking now?
Oh, yeah, I've been thinking about it. I've been pondering stuff. I think it's going to be a really good game.
Yeah, is there a team in the East that the Elks kind of pick out more than anybody else? Is there a particular team where you feel a stronger sense of rivalry? Obviously, there's St. John's, but St. John's not in the region. They're not in the East. Any of those other teams? Is there a Sholo team maybe that rises to your list of teams you circle on the schedule?
I think Sholo would definitely be up there. I think we definitely have our eyes on Sholo just because, they look like they've stepped up this year.
All right, well, they've had a great year, so have you, and we can't wait for the game next week. Enjoy this one. Congratulations, the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game. You got that tonight. Great job in the trenches, and congratulations to you and the Elks tonight.
Thank you.
All right, there's Keanu Clark. As I said, the Player of the Game tonight on this one. Big number 77 collects it for his team, and they get the win tonight, 19-6 over Payson. Folks, you have been enjoying the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. And so, to our radio audience and those of you left on our video production as well on our YouTube channel, our Facebook Live page, thank you for being all a part of it. And with all of that said and done, we are going certain aspects of our technical requirements to bring you the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show. So you can count on that next week from Show Low High School. It'll be homecoming for the Cougars next Friday night. They are unbeaten, undefeated. They were ranked number 6 coming into tonight's action at Combs High School, then got that win there tonight. And the Round Valley Elks, who will go there for homecoming next Friday. Round Valley is undefeated after tonight's 19-6 win over the Payson Longhorns. What a game next Friday night slated for Show Low High School. As far as anything else that goes before we wrap it up from across the state, let's give you a couple other scores. Looks like the final may be 48-32 Show Low over Combs. Combs scoring quite a bit there. Snowflake, it looks like the final in that one 50-0. 50-0 the final score. Snowflake over Peoria tonight in their matchup. Thatcher took on Empire and beat them 55-17 tonight. 55-17 the final score on that one. The last score we had in the second half of the American Leadership Academy of Gilbert North game hosting ALA Queen Creek. The last score we had there was 28-14. ALA of Gilbert North with the lead in the second half of that contest. And at Yuma Catholic, the last we knew in the early second half was in front of Northwest Christian 14-7. And that's about all we have for you. Let me remind you that Winslow did come up with a win last night. And an impressive win. How about the Winslow Bulldogs going to Flagstaff and taking on the Flagstaff Eagles at the Sky Dome? An impressive win, a big win, 14-12. The win last night. Sorry about that. 14. My apologies on that. 14-12. The victory last night for the Winslow Bulldogs as they knocked off Flagstaff in that matchup. The Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets went to Prescott to take on what was previously an unbeaten and highly ranked 4A team in the Prescott Badgers. And Blue Ridge got a 15-0 halftime lead, then held on in the final moments with a furious Badger comeback. Well, they scored 2 touchdowns late in the fourth quarter. Prescott ends up falling short. Blue Ridge moves to 4-2 after the win last night. 15-13 the final score. Congratulations to the Yellow Jackets on that big victory. Why don't we go ahead and check and see if they've reported the Mogollon final. They were at home tonight taking on Fredonia. The Holbrook Roadrunners, we do know that Holbrook scored 64 tonight at Alchesay. Congratulations, Holbrook, the mighty Roadrunners, with a big win at Alchesay to go to now 5-1. Holbrook is 5-1 and highly ranked in the 2A ranks as well. So good stuff going on for the Roadrunners right now, and they have been putting points up left and right all season long. We congratulate them for that win tonight at Alchesay. And just trying to find out, we do have a final score for the Mogollon Mustangs. They have knocked off Fredonia 52-12. 52-12 the final score tonight. Mogollon improves now to 7-0. They are the number 1 ranked team in 1A football in the state of Arizona at the moment. Big victory. They've got Williams and Joseph City remaining on their schedule. Joseph City did play tonight against Williams, as a matter of fact, but we don't have a final score on that one for you. And that's that. Final again here from Payson High School tonight was 19-6. A victory for Round Valley. This Elks team is doing terrific for sure. They remain unbeaten so far on the season. And with that, my thanks for you joining us tonight here at Payson High School for the Round Valley win. I want to thank our broadcast team, our producer, Derek Simmons, our technical director, Greg Jones, freezing his butt off in Payson tonight. Balmy mild, Greg. Come on now. You can handle this. Big thank you to Greg. Thank you to David Simmons, working camera, and our statistician, the very lovely Joe Matthews. For the entire crew, I am Floyd Simmons, inviting you to join us back for the Friday Night Football Show next Friday, 5 o'clock, and our Game of the Week broadcast at Show Low High School, where they will take on the Round Valley Elks. Until then, I want to wish you a great night. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next time for the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Good night from Payson, everybody.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.